Man, I haven't seen that clip for a while. That was one of the first clips I did to promote my channel memberships, and I just at the last minute decided to play that because I haven't really created any new videos for this stream series. And it's Star Wars, so I guess it kind of fits, even if it is from a different era. Anyway, welcome back to Cut the Kragle for part 2 of building the LEGO Star Wars Imperial butt plug, aka the Imperial Light Cruiser. You can see we've got the basic shape of the thing down already. A lot of Technic building there, and hopefully now we'll start being able to flesh this bad boy out. And seeing as this is a live stream, I have got some company with me. I have the lovely, the beautiful Mrs Kragle.
Ooh.
What was that?
I was going to use my voice there.
Yeah, it sounded like... What? Were you doing your little man in the box impression?
No.
Okay, well...
Hello.
Hello, okay, yeah. Well, I'm glad that I'm not relying just on you then, because I am also joined by the man... What can I say? The man... I'm trying to think of a good introduction, but my words are failing me. The man who needs no introduction. Yeah, that's lame. All of time, all of space. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? It is Mr. Spacetime Brick Studio!
Hello.
I can't think of a good way to introduce you. You're going to have to give me some.
I was thinking about your biggest disappointment in a collaboration partner.
Well, you're not wrong. Because I've only really collaborated with you, so you're both the best and worst at the moment.
Well, yeah, I thought I gave you something nice to wake up to.
Yeah, that is true. You did, yes.
Pretty cool.
That was a very nice surprise today, which we can't really talk about because it's top secret. So before anyone starts wondering what we're on about, I will now add our third member of the panel, I guess. Third, fourth, I don't know. Who's counting? It is the savior of the universe, Flash Gordon, a.k.a. Sam Jones.
Howdy, howdy.
How you doing, Sam Jones?
I'm good, thanks. Kragle, how are you doing?
You've got that typically Welsh surname, and yet you're not actually Welsh.
And I'm all the better for it.
You're an imposter. If there's any channel members in the stream right now, in the chat, spam the Welsh flag custom emoji just to show us that Sam Jones is a name that belongs to a Welshman.
It really doesn't.
He's got it on lease.
Just for the time whilst I'm living.
There you go. I see dead people. I can see is spamming the Welsh flag emoji. Hey. So have a quick look over in the chat because I always forget to do this. I can see we got a few people. Got some guy called Sam Jones. Not sure who that fella is. We have Liam Simon. Hello. As I said, we have IceW35. We have Lady Sam B. It's great to see you all here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Why don't you spam the Welsh flag as well?
Oh, Lady Sam B as well. There you go. I'm making moves on your girl, mate.
Welsh flag?
I feel betrayed.
Well, you know, what are you going to do about it?
Lock her out the house.
I mean, technically, you are there on your own now. You could just change the locks and snarl her in.
Yeah, there's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And there's too many.
Plus, I'm sure there's more pros than cons to having her in the house.
Yeah, I think she's better cooked than me, so...
I don't know. There's some of the food that you sent me photos of. I've been like, dude.
I don't do things by half measure.
That is true.
Go big or go home, that's my motto.
So, do I dare ask, has there been any progress on basically rescuing the remains of the mock massacre that happened on Monday?
No. I was in work today.
What kind of excuse is that?
It's a perfectly valid one. I went to work. I came home.
Work. You just sit there and watch cars go by the window.
I didn't today. No cars to watch by.
So you had
Correct.
okay. So you literally. So you tell me you did even less than usual. So you could have took your Lego in with you and built your Lego.
Yeah, because that would have gone down really well.
You've sent me pictures before now, showing you there with your feet up, on your shoes off, and your socks up on the windowsill.
Yeah, that's just to show off to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And annoy you that my
Staged
job
then.
is easier than yours.
It's staged.
We got new boy. We got no Legos, no deal. We got
Hello.
and we got Black Series Supreme Leader Kylo Sam.
Hello. So, I guess I'll move on to our other guest, Space Time.
Yeah.
He's gone the other side of the room again. How has your day been so far? I know it's pretty early where you are.
It's not that early. It's only 1:30 p.m.
Oh, okay.
But I guess early for me.
Yeah, that is true. You do have unusual hours of consciousness.
Yep. Just to make the magic happen.
So I realized we probably should have saved the conversation for the live stream. We were talking just before we went live about what sets you picked up from the August 1st wave. And you made a good point that you've actually kind of been chipping away at the new releases prior to the official release date, haven't you?
Yeah, our local store got, the stores usually get them about 2 weeks before release, and they didn't have a date, so they put them up on the shelf. So
Nice. And what sets have you got so far then?
I got the Benatar, and it's been built, and it's definitely my favorite Marvel vehicle I've ever built.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to say it's the best one. What else?
Have you built any of the previous Guardian ships, like the Milano, the two they did, or the
just the Benatar from Infinity War?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have the original Milano, and I feel like the other two, I haven't, apart from this one, which I haven't really had a proper look at, not seen it in person, but the other two previous ones I thought were a step backwards because the original Milano was a fantastic build. The only thing I would change on it would be the color because it uses yellow and it should be really orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, it's a fantastic build. So I'd be interested to see how this one stacks up against that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put the two do a side by side of the Benatars because the cockpit is kind of copied from the original one, but the whole entire back end and wings are just totally reworked, and the articulation's just phenomenal.
Nice. It's a bit weird. I don't know. It's not so much the same as Boba Fett's starship, but it is interesting they've called that the Guardians ship. They haven't called it the Benatar. I don't know why.
And I think the main reason why is they never say the name in the movie.
Right. Okay.
So because there's a lot of fans are like, oh, the new Guardian ship, because it's like I forget where it appeared that people just start calling it the Benatar, but
I think James Gunn said the name of it on Instagram.
Yeah, I think that's the source. So.
Because I think that's because originally the first one was named Milano after Quill's childhood crush,
and you contrast that with Slave One. Boba Fett's name was never said in Empire Strikes Back, but once in Jedi, and definitely his ship was never mentioned on screen. So that was like all through marketing.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was called Boba Fett in the holiday special, which introduced him. But yeah, in the live action, it was one line by Han Solo. And then when Han said it, they used the same sound bite and they looped it. They repeated it for the special edition, so he says it twice, bizarrely. And it's still a bit unclear about whether he's saying Boba or Boba, but definitely in Attack of the Clones, the Camino one, she says Boba, but then Django says Boba. So it's weird to me that Americans seem to have adopted Boba. You think they would go with what the father's saying. And then, of course, when the Mandalorian comes around, you have everyone calling him Boba, but Tamara Morrison once again says, I'm Boba Fett. So, yeah.
I'm going to guess that's an American thing because there's the name Bubba, like from Forrest Gump. Bubba, and
Yeah.
we use the name Bubba. It's like a redneck.
Yeah, but we're not saying Bubba, we're saying Bobba. It's a B.
I know. I'm just saying it's close.
Okay.
So I think that's
Yeah,
why
I mean, in the
with the
UK,
different.
yeah, in the UK, we wouldn't sort of say Bo because Bo really is slang for body odor. Although with bo-katan, you kind of have to because that's her name. But then I guess that makes it better to have a difference from my point of view because otherwise you have bo-katan and then Boba Fett, you know? It's a bit similar. But yeah, tomatoes, tomatoes, potatoes, potatoes, bananas, bananas.
And of course, George Lucas doesn't really care. He just lets it come down to regional accents.
Yeah, which makes sense. You mean how people pronounce different things in different parts of the one world. It can be across the galaxy. Although I do remember the clip of him directing Jake Lloyd as Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace, telling him how to say Coruscant, and Jake Lloyd was arguing with him.
And I think, just before the chat started, or the stream started, Sam Jones said pasta really weird, I thought.
What, pasta?
Yeah.
Pasta?
They say pasta. Was it pasta you say?
Yeah, we say pasta.
Where's the R coming from?
Pasta.
Yeah, where is this R that you're pronouncing?
I don't hear an R.
Say again.
Pasta.
Yeah, par. P-A-R is par. If you par
just-
something, it's P-A-R.
I guess it's subtly there.
Subtly, you should hear yourself.
Oh, I love pronunciations.
Anyway, Lego,
Black
Star
Sirius
Wars.
has got a few questions for you, saying, how are you?
I'm good.
How was your day? And what did you do today?
I worked today, and it was very long and very tiring.
He also said he played Star Wars Clone Commandos and Star Wars Squadrons in Battlefront 2. Nice.
Nice. Fair
And we
play.
have the Builder in the chat.
Hello.
I think I've pulled it now.
Squadrons was a beautiful looking game. I just thought it sucked.
One they released this year.
Yeah,
It's on Game Pass.
I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed Star Wars Battlefront, the first one EA did, but it was so light on content. But it was a gorgeous looking and great sounding game, but the content was lacking, especially when you compared it to the previous two Battlefront games, from like the PlayStation 2 and Xbox generation.
Because
Oh,
after I finished Squadrons, I was like, I'm going to go play X-Wing Alliance from 1998.
Yeah.
Oh,
And, those missions were awesome.
Yeah.
Squadrons.
Honestly, I have a lot of nostalgia for the old Star Wars games by LucasArts because even when they were rough around the edges, they had that quality, that X factor that EA and other people just can't seem to replicate,
Yeah, like first Jedi Outcast game. Horrible graphic, but it was quite the adventure.
Oh, Jedi Outcast is fantastic. We were talking actually the other day, yesterday, in fact, on the stream. Star Wars Theory, who's a channel that I follow, he's been playing it on live streams, and he's been really enjoying it. And it's just made me feel like, I remember this game so much. Yeah, I've got a lot of love for the old LucasArts video games.
They don't make games like they used to.
I think it helped that it was all in-house because it was all, Skywalker Ranch. LucasArts was there on there, Now it's just another part, sent out to the highest bidder or lowest bidder, I should say, probably, In this case, EA Games have got the current contract. Although I believe it's not exclusive anymore. I think that was part of the fallout of the issues with Battlefront 2.
Yes. I just remember in high school, always being disappointed about all the LucasArts games I wanted to play just slowly getting canceled.
Yeah.
There was an Indiana Jones one that just looked incredible, and it got canceled. What was it? The Underworld of Coruscant level 270 something?
Yeah, because and the thing is, that Coruscant game, that what was it going to be about? Was it 1.8 something?
Yeah, I can't remember the number.
But yeah, that game was like the third time they were trying to make it because do you remember the Star Wars Bounty Hunter game about Jango Fett? That game originally was intended to be more open world. That's why the levels in there are so massive and they have the side quests where you can get side bounties because originally it was meant to be almost, I guess, like Grand Theft Auto 3 in terms of having an open world, but like not just one, but like 4 or 5, different ones that were probably each the size of like one of the islands in Grand Theft Auto 3. And they quickly abandoned that, during production. And then what they wanted to be became then this underworld game that was going to be set all on Coruscant and was going to have the underbelly of the Galactic City, Galactic Capital. And it sounded so good, and it just kept on like getting delayed, and then it was setback after setback, and it never happened. Yeah, that was the worst thing about LucasArts, was the many games that got developed and just cancelled.
Speaking of games, do you remember a while back I said I had Lego Lord of the Rings on my computer on Steam, but I could never get to work with the graphics card?
Got you, yeah.
I re-downloaded my drivers and optimized my graphics card for video production and like 3D animation for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Lego Lord of the Rings liked working with those drivers better, so I can now play it.
Hey! Lego Lord of the Rings is a cracking game.
It's a very good game.
So
just don't play The Hobbit.
No.
I'm thinking about streaming it.
Ooh.
Since it's a game that you can no longer purchase.
Do we have it on the 360 or something?
360. I actually have a hard copy of it. I just want to quick look in the chat because I can see Liam Simon says, "Did you watch the Avengers mock video yet? And if you did you like it?" I didn't get a chance, I'm afraid. Sorry. Straight after the stream, we went and had some food, and then not long after that, it was time for bed because I had an earlier shift today. But I will try and watch it by the end of this week and get back to you. I'll try and leave a comment on there for you. Okay? Don't worry, I haven't forgot about it. I've made a note of it, so I will get round to checking that out.
Was it Avengers Tower or?
Yeah, this is Avengers Tower mock, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Sam
I'll have to
Jones
check
was
that out too. I just bought a 4th copy of last year's Avengers Tower on Facebook Marketplace for less than 50%. So
this is going to turn into Space Time's version of Greg's popcorn cart tower, isn't it?
It is.
basically, I mean, I'm already at 13 stories, so we'll see how many more we can add.
How many stories was the original?
I think 5.
Okay.
So out of 3 sets, I was able to make it into 13. I had to compromise 2 floors just to make a bigger base.
I got you.
So, but this time I'm thinking about building it wider just so I can go taller. So I might lose some floors. So I might have to buy yet another set.
So, Sam Jones, there's actually a question for you in the chat.
No, don't be silly.
It's quite funny, actually, because it's something that we've been discussing on Discord today. But unless this person has more than one profile, I don't think they're one of our Discord members. But they said, Sam Jones, what Doctor do you want to see after the 13th Doctor regenerates?
Right. Well, in that case, then I best open Discord because I had a load of poorly formed arguments from there.
You did?
I didn't read it because
Did you not read it?
no.
It was like every idea that Sam came up with, we all kept on shooting down. I wanted him to come up with an idea that I could go, oh, that's good, but he kept coming up with ideas I hated.
I'm gonna steal your.
To be fair, you'd already taken the one good idea.
Or shall I say my one then whilst you gather your thoughts?
Yeah, go on then.
So my idea was Hugh Grant. And before anyone sort of goes, oh, Notting Hill, 4 Wednesday funeral, Hugh Grant has really well reinvented himself in recent years with his film choices, and he's shown that he can do completely different against type acting, and do comedy as well, and do sort of just a lot of different range than what we typically think of a Hugh Grant movie. And he has sort of wound down his movie career. He does like a movie every couple of years now. So I feel like he could, be in a position where he might say yes to becoming the Doctor. And he actually was approached, or he was in mind as one of the people they had in mind when they first brought Doctor Who back, in 2005, before they settled on, they decided to have Christopher Eccleston. There was a few different actors they were toying with. and Hugh Grant was one of them. And he has actually played the Doctor before in a comedy special. So yeah, that was my my left field choice.
I did just catch.
Do you want to say yours, Sam?
Yeah, so I had many left field choices. But these are just British names, really, that I just picked. Like, yeah, that would be cool.
You just thought of British people and just named them.
Pretty much, mate. That's what I was going for. I was like, yeah, British people. These guys. This would be cool. This would be mega idea. So Idris Elba, he did fantastic as Luther. Obviously, slightly different character.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little bit, but
yeah, Idris Elba is a fantastic actor.
Oh yeah.
The reason I said no to him is I feel like he's so big now. His career has skyrocketed in terms of Hollywood movies.
Yeah,
I can't see him at the moment wanting to commit 10 months of the year to filming Doctor Who.
No.
Yeah.
A Luther movie or something.
And the other one was Tom Hardy because why not chuck a stupidly huge name in like that?
The funny thing is, as soon as you said Tom Hardy, I remember bookies were taking odds on Jason Statham being the new Doctor after David Tennant.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Do you remember
I
that?
couldn't see that at all, though.
Like, how would that even work?
Sounds unintelligible. Unintelligible.
I mean, I love Jason Statham movies. I think they're great fun. I like the teasy action in there. And I have met the guy as well. I've worked on a film with him. But I cannot fathom him as Doctor, as the Doctor Who.
Right, so if we're on this subject, I've just posted on the Discord, and for those of you who want to see what I've just posted on the Discord, you'll have to join and become a member. So, Kragle, how does one do that?
So basically, if you want to become a channel member, there is a link in the pinned comment and chat. There's also a link in the description. There are 2 tiers. We have the Beard Buddies, which is Beard Buddies, even, which is 99 pence or 99 cents US. And that gives you access to our Discord, the Beard Badge, and a whole heap of custom emojis. And we also have the higher tier, which is the Kraggles Club, which gives you all that, plus more benefits, including members-only live streams and members-only polls as well. And that monthly vlog series, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, going back, so join and become a member, and then you can see what I posted in the Discord. But there's a very interesting article from a news outlet speculating. I probably would say most of this is pure speculation.
Yeah.
As to who could be the next Doctor, but there are some very interesting names on there.
Oh, some of them on there I do not want. Yeah.
So,
one of them though, funny
them?
enough, have you seen what was the series called? Oh, I forgot it. It's on Netflix with.
Oh.
It's with David Tennant and Michael Sheen. Have you seen that series?
Oh, Good Omens.
No, not Good Omens. No, this is different. This is actually done on Netflix during lockdown. They filmed it on their webcams.
Oh, that one, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name of it.
I will find out now.
What are you doing? You're going about all the wrong way.
Staged,
that was it. Yeah, so it's basically they're playing themselves, and they were going to be a play together, and it got cancelled because of lockdown. But the director of the play is like his first big break, and he's got these 2 big actors. And he's not ready to let go of it, so he's kind of like, "Is there a way we can do this? I'll keep on rehearsing during lockdown." So what happens then is basically like a series of video calls between him and other characters, but mainly David Tennant and Michael Sheen. And there's one episode where they're bored and they're talking about being like, being Bond and stuff like that. And David Tennant says about how he was rumored to have been in the running for Bond, but he didn't hear anything. And Michael Sheen drops the bombshell that he actually at one point was in. He was considered to be Doctor Who. And David Tennant was like, "What, really?" He was like, "Yeah." He goes. I went for all the readings. I went for the dress fitting and stuff like that. They took photographs. They were, the role was pretty much yours. And he goes, "Well, what happened then?" He goes, "Oh, they went in a different direction. They decided to hire this Scottish actor." And David Tennant just goes quiet. He's like, "Oh."
Oh, that's brilliant.
As the Doctor would be awesome.
Huh?
A Welshman as the Doctor would be awesome.
Yeah. You can do the role in his sleep, in all fairness.
Yeah,
Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen would be awesome.
So he is on this list. He is, Michael Sheen.
Yep.
Other names on this list include Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I can't stand her.
But I think she's getting a bit big.
She was in Solo, wasn't she, as the equal rights droid who was apparently doing the nasty with Lando.
Someone else, that name might sound familiar, Joe Martin.
Yeah, I can't see that happening. I feel like that's
too soon, basically, after The Timeless Child and all that rubbish.
Yeah, and I feel like it would basically mean that whoever, because obviously we know that as well as Jodie Whittaker leaving, they're also going to change the showrunner. And I feel like the new showrunner is going to, even if they don't completely wreck on The Timeless Child, they're going to want to put their own stamp on there. If they had Joe Martin, it would be forever linked to Chip Nail's era.
Yes,
rather than their own.
I agree. Another name that could be interesting, Richard Ayoade.
Yeah.
He'd be a very dry Doctor.
But the thing with him is I don't really think of him as much of an actor. He's pretty much like I love the Near Crowd, but he is pretty much playing himself,
Yes, yeah.
I would have to see, because the thing is with the Doctors, you can't just be quirky. You do need to have good acting chops as well,
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping for Ian McKellen or Patrick Stewart.
I mean, Ian McKellen has been in Doctor Who.
He has indeed.
But saying that, he wouldn't come back. He wouldn't commit. To be in The Great Intelligence for more than one episode. So I did always wonder if they would have give Richard E. Grant a bash, considering he technically played a version of the Ninth Doctor before the Ninth Doctor happened.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
But because he's recently been in it as The Great Intelligence, I don't know. I mean, as we mentioned before, they have had people come back. Pierre Capaldi was in The Fires of Pompeii, as was Karen Gillan. So
a bit of a years for that one, isn't there?
Yeah.
But they tied in. They did tie in the face, the whole Peter Capaldi appearing in The Fires of Pompeii.
Yeah, I was never satisfied with how they did that, though. I thought it was going to be something better, especially since, when he talked about it before it happened, he said that Russell T. Davies came up with an idea of why, because Peter Capaldi was also in Torchwood, and he had an idea why, the guy in Torchwood looked like the guy from Pompeii. An explanation for it, and when Moffat cast Pierre Capaldi as the Doctor, apparently he spoke to Russell T. Davies and said, "Does that idea still work? And what was it?" I just don't see how that would have worked. How that would be relevant to the guy in Torchwood, I gave myself this face to remind myself to always save someone,
Yeah.
Just didn't. Yeah, I mean, I have read that one theory since this is it doesn't link Capaldi, the Doctor, with the guy from Fires of Pompeii, but it does link the Fires of Pompeii with the guy from Torchwood, the character I played, saying that the reason the guy dies in Torchwood is because the Doctor changed history by saving him in Pompeii, so it's like time and space trying to correct it or something.
Yeah.
By killing off his ancestor or his descendants. I don't know. Timey-wimey. Wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. But anyway, we've talked a lot about Doctor Who on a Lego Star Wars stream.
Yes.
We're doing well.
Well, it was from the chat. They asked the question, so
Yeah, exactly.
there you go. I blame the chat. Sam, what is your message in the private chat mean?
I don't know.
You sent it. You don't know what it means.
I just noticed it was like there's a message there.
I've been talking since then.
Okay, fair enough. I just noticed it. Well, I didn't notice it. Mrs. Kragle just
I
noticed
was
it.
like, what is that?
So, Spacetime, what are you doing? I can hear a lot of background noise on your end.
Doing my best to be a disturbance.
Are you building something, or?
I'm actually organizing my table.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
just
do know that
broke-
your table is always a mess.
Yeah. I just broke down my second Everyone is Awesome set and just put it into my parts collection.
Oh, okay.
And then I put the minifigs up on the minifig wall right below my colored spacemen. So I try to match a figure from both sets to the classic space.
That's cool.
Oh, interesting.
So looks pretty cool. I still need to get the green spaceman from the idea set. That idea set is actually still pretty cheap. I can get it for $40 on eBay.
Is that the old, when it was Lego Kuso, the Exos thing, was it?
Yeah, the exosuit.
Yeah.
So that was before my time.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, back when ideas were like, small, cute little sets.
With no stickers?
Yeah. Well, actually, I think it was the first of all,
one
the first
had
Kuso had stickers. It was kind of like when they started establishing this a bit more that they decided to do away with stickers and do it printed pieces when it made the sort of transition to becoming more of a premium product. Now they've basically, because they've gone more mainstream, they're like, hey, we can put stickers in there.
Yeah.
People will still buy it,
Yeah.
which sucks. Because that was the great thing about Lego Ideas, was that you always guarantee to have printed pieces.
No.
So, yeah, you know how I kind of feel differently. Like, I come from a model making background, so I love putting stickers on.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
Yeah, I usually am.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we got some minifigures coming in this bag.
Whee! I know what that was. Yeah. I opened them first, so you don't know anything.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking at bo-katan right now, and I'm still trying to figure out if I like the hairpiece or not.
Yeah, I think the one from Firestar Toys Customs is a bit better. That's a little bit of spoiler because I am going to be doing a video where I'm going to be comparing the official Mandalorian minifigures with the ones that I've gotten from Firestar Toy Customs, because I've got a few from there, like Moff Gideon and Bo-Katan. So I'm going to be doing like a head-to-head, kind of something I did when I compared some Stranger Things minifigures before. I did a couple of videos where I did like a head-to-head comparison to see who comes out on top.
But this Mandalorian Starfighter is pretty nifty.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, I got mine. I love it. I was gonna actually, I came pretty close to buying the older one, even though it had the Clone Wars style faces, just because I wanted Mandalorian Starfighter. And I don't think they've changed a heck of a lot with the build. I mean, I'm sure there's some improvements in there, but just from appearance point of view, it looks pretty similar.
Liam says her hairpiece is bad. The
Well, for Bo-Katan,
I don't know where did the bo-katan is. I put her away.
I think, is she not in the drawer or something?
She might be.
Or she could be in one of these boxes or something.
I guess what I like about the hairpiece is you get the feeling that the hairband is holding the hair back.
Yeah.
It's not going around the hair. I don't know. That's a little confusing.
Oh, so that's a bit disappointing. The gun design, or the blaster design, for Cara Dune is the exact same one as for Fennec.
Oh, really?
even though Cara Dune has kind of like this, drum barrel like machine gun type blaster, and Fennec has more of a sniper rifle. So 2 different kinds. They've just basically got a long blaster piece and put a lightsaber hilt on the end. That's a bit disappointing.
That's a shame.
Does Fennec have a face or hairpiece?
She doesn't have a hairpiece, no, which I was disappointed about. She does have a helmet, but honestly, does she even have that helmet in season 2 of the Mandalorian? She has it in a season 1 appearance, definitely, and she has it in Bad Batch.
Yeah.
But I don't remember her having the helmet at all in season 2 of Mandalorian.
I don't know. So
I was thinking they could have used the Elsa hairpiece from the CMF, that in black
that'd be quite good.
would have worked perfect, having like the single plaque coming over her shoulder.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Oh, she does have it. Is that series 1 or series 2 though?
That's series 2.
Oh, she does have it. She has series 2. She has it when she first meets Din Djarin, when Boba and her. I don't think she wears it when on the Imperial Light Cruiser, though.
No, because they wanted to show her face a lot by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's sniping.
She used it when she has Grogu in her sights at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's cool to have. It's a really cool piece. So I'm definitely glad they gave it to us. And I love the fact that it's got a bit of silver trim. I can't really see that very well, but I do think they should have given us a hairpiece.
I think I'm going to go get another Elsa hairpiece and paint it black because I like that idea.
It does look good. I mean, do they not do that one in black?
I'm pretty sure that's the only character it's ever come
Yeah,
with.
I think it is, yeah. I think it is going to have to be a case of using that and painting it, maybe. Because it would look great for her.
It would. Ow.
What's the actress's name? I've forgotten her name now. Because she was also Mulan in the original Mulan. She's an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, because we kind of met her. She was next to us when we were meeting. Was it Tony Curran?
Yeah,
Tony Curran, who played Vincent Van Gogh in Vincent the Doctor. And
he's awesome.
Everyone thought she was going to cancel because she had like broken part of her leg or something.
She hurt her knee or something.
Yeah, during the stunt for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And she still came in a wheelchair. I was like, what? Because then I've known guests cancel because they've got a bit of a cold or something, And fair enough, they don't want to be around people with a cold. She came in a wheelchair and she was in such great spirits. And she was like, thank you everyone for waiting and all this. Yeah. We were going to get her autograph, but I think by the time we got around Tony Curran, Dean Cain, Ernie Hudson, Brandon Roof, was it? Or was that another year? Was it the same? No, it's the same year. No, it wasn't.
Oh,
no, it wasn't the same year. No.
Ben Browder. No, not Ben Browder.
Michael Shanks. Yeah, that was it. It wasn't enough time, was there?
Nope.
But fair play to her. Damaged her leg in a wheelchair.
Of the 2 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched, I did love her a lot. Being the bus driver.
Yeah, she was pretty much the best thing about that series.
Yeah.
No longer canon.
Yep.
They gave her a cameo in the new live action Mulan, and it was so forced. It was like, it's great to have her be a part of it, but at the same time, it's like, could you not have given her a better part?
Like,
I should be playing the mother.
I even thought that. Like, why was she not playing the mother?
Should be Mulan's mother.
That would be like the obvious thing, wouldn't it?
yeah, but I also like seeing Rosalind Chow as from Star Trek being in a big movie again. That was who played the mother.
I'm just confused by Jet Li's voice as the Emperor because I've watched tons of Jet Li movies, mostly when he's speaking Chinese. But I've seen films where he speaks English as well. I know he's a bit older now, but I swear that wasn't his voice. I swear they redubbed.
Oh, he was dubbed.
Yeah, I swear they dubbed his voice over.
Yeah,
because that didn't sound anything like Jet Li.
I still like him in. Was it Spinning Kingdom when he was the Monkey King?
Oh, yeah, he takes 2 parts in that, yeah, in Spinning Kingdom. That was great for me. As a person who grew up on watching Jackie Chan Jet Li movies, that was just wish fulfillment, and Okay.
What about the rubber hairpiece from Pepper from the when she was in the rescue suit? using that for bo-katan.
It's too long.
Yeah.
If you find bo-katan,
No, I think it might be on
all right, wait a second. Let me just mute for a second. I'm going to chuck this box the microphone's under.
Okay.
One second. Yeah, I mute.
So, Sam, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good, mate. I'm just trying to build in some adjustments into my ramp on Stargate.
Ah. So, yeah, I think it's really cool. It's our stream now.
Oh, is he gone?
Yeah, he muted himself.
Oh, makes a change. Finally
Well,
get a word in.
It's not there. I'm going to have a look. But you can, if you go onto my video, see what hairpiece they used. Anyway, I did a review of the bo-katan figure from Firestar Toys, and I think they pretty much nailed it, to be honest with you.
Nailed it.
But I haven't really compared the two minifigures side by side, so that's going to be in the video. But I do think, just at a glance, the hairpiece was better. So, are you guys looking forward to The Mandalorian Season 3 and Book of Boba Fett?
Well, isn't that like a year away?
Well, Mandalorian Season 3, they haven't even started filming yet. I think it's taken a gap year, basically, Mandalorian is, whilst they do the Book of Boba Fett.
A lot of people do that after college.
It's not wrong.
Honestly, I was so happy to actually have Boba Fett on, in live action, how I knew him from like the expanded universe and stuff, from the graphic novels and the books, like that whole sequence when he reclaimed his armor and took down those stormtroopers. Just yes. So I'm ready for more of that, please.
Did you get a little excited?
I got not a little excited. I got a lot excited.
Clean up in aisle 2.
Oh, that's nasty. So you're working on the Gate of Stars, then, are you?
Yeah, I saw something the other day that I went, yes, I could make my ramp a bit better here.
How does it compare to the Stairgate?
Well, this one doesn't help you, doesn't stop things from getting through it. This one takes you to distant places.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the Gate of Stairs just,
There's a Gate of Stairs?
It just fumbles me. It stops me from going places.
Isn't that something you put in your house when you have a young child to stop them going up and down the stairs and having an accident?
Yes, it stops you going places.
It stops you going places. A grown man.
I was making a Lego Movie 2 reference.
Oh,
Yeah,
we don't
remember.
talk about that film.
Wow, you didn't like it?
I swear we've had this conversation before, but yeah, I hated the Lego Movie 2.
Ouch. So everything's not awesome?
I mean, I loved the first Lego Movie, but the second one was just rubbish. It was such a letdown. It killed the franchise.
Huh.
Why, you were a fan of it, were you?
I liked it. I had fun.
Mind you, you like musicals, don't you?
I do.
There's nothing wrong with musicals, Kragle.
Certain ones. I don't really want a Lego Movie musical though.
Well, that's what you're getting.
Well,
Lego have decided that
I'm
is
not
what
the only one who disappointed because it didn't do very well, that movie.
So I'm such a fan of musicals. I totally forgot that Lego Movie 2 was kind of like a musical.
They actually even say in the film, they say, "Oh no, I think we're in a musical."
Yeah. I'm recalling it now. That's just how into it I was.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Mrs. Kragle was a little bit more. She said it was okay, but for me, it was just terrible. I love the Lego movie, love Lego Batman movie, and Ninjago movie. I don't even know who that was for because it wasn't for Ninjago fans and it wasn't for mainstream audiences. So
Yeah, I never watched the Ninjago movie, but the Batman movie is probably my favorite. It's just like top-notch cinema there.
I'm excited curious more than excited to see what happens now that Universal have the rights to do Lego movies.
They're probably going to make a video movie.
I don't think so. I mean, I did wonder because obviously they had a relationship with Universal anyway, doing the Lego Jurassic World series. So I can see them featuring that in there.
I'm gonna ask the friend of the local Lego store if I can go in there and film because I have a great video idea.
What, build in the store?
No. So I'm going to do a video of the Infinity Gauntlet, and when I animate it doing the snap,
Okay.
I'm going to have the shelves full of video, and then Ninjago just disappear empty.
Have you heard about what's happening in America now, by the way?
What?
You have to have written permission now to film in a Lego store.
What?
Oh,
Yep, the first time I was aware of it, Lego Freak showed and one of our group threads on Discord. He shared something where he was like, I think it was on Discord, but he shared something where he was filming just the shelves and talking about what new sets were out in the Lego store, and someone come up and said, "What are you doing?" This female colleague, and he said, "Oh, I'm just filming." And they said, "Okay, well, you actually need to get written permission." And then they turned it off. And then later on, took a photograph and shared a photograph of a bit of paper with an email address for I think it was press at Lego some relations or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that was just basically you just bumped into a job's worth because I've filmed loads in my Lego store and other Lego stores, and no one's cared. I mean, I filmed the whole midnight launch in London for the Stranger Things set. I filmed in my store. I filmed in stores abroad.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares. No one cares if you film in any shop really these days. Camera phones are so common. But then BFAT posted about it, and apparently about 3 or 4 people across America have had issues filming inside Lego stores where they've been told that from now on they need to get written consent from Lego's public relations department.
Wow. Okay.
So Lego, and another great public relations move, is now stopping people from filming in Lego stores.
I mean, you got to stop the bad review somehow, I guess.
It's gone beyond. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's like
how could anything negative happen from that? If anything, it's all positive.
It's just another. It just seems like what nonsense can the Lego company cause today? Have you seen, by the way, Ryan's video of what happened to his gunship?
No.
I was so confused because he posted a picture on Instagram of his copy of the Republic gunship UCS, and it was damaged on the side. There's a big hole in the box, and I was looking at it going, "What?" I swear he said that he was going to get his in store on the day, go from was it Brick Fair?
Yeah,
where he was, and take a break from that and go and get it in the store. So how did it get damaged? That I would have thought that would happen if it came in the post or something. Well, I watched this video, and what they were doing was they had all the Republic gunships in bags behind the counter. You went up, paid your money when it was your turn in the queue, and then they handed you a bag then with the box inside it. And when he got out and actually opened the bag and took his box out, there was a big gaping hole in the side of the box. But worse than that, someone had sellotaped over it.
Oh no!
They were aware of the hole, patched it up, and were selling to a customer. Now, no customer should have that. That's terrible. If you're going to sell something like that, you got to let the customer know and say, "Oh, by the way, this got a hole in the box. Are you okay with that?" Or,
Right. Because when Scott and I went to the store in Salt Lake City back in April to get the space shuttle sets, they had the same thing because you release day. They have everything in bags so people can just pick it up and go. Except they had damaged boxes sitting off to the side. And they said, anyone who wants a damaged box, we will sell it to you and you can get $25 in VIP points.
Wow.
So,
because there was a time when Lego would never ever sell a damaged box. They was like against their thing, the whole only the best is good enough. And I think they tried spin it like protect the environment. If it's just a box, you're gonna throw it away. But as far as I'm aware, they would in my local Lego store they would ask you like if there was a box that was damaged, they go, "Oh, do you want us to check if we got another one? Or are you okay with the box like that?" I mean, I know before now I've even taken a box up to the counter and it's had a nick in it, just the corner's been pushed in a little bit, just around the edges where it's hit the shelving. And they're like, "Are you okay with that? Or do you want me to get one out back that a new one for you?" I'm like, So to actually have this sizable hole, it looks like someone's got like a knife or a fork and just popped the box in. To then sellotape it over, put it in a bag, and give it to some unsuspecting customer. I mean, I can't believe that out of all people, it happened to Ryan as well.
well, I think it was probably staged because they probably saw his video at everyone, trying to be at the store or whatever.
Why would you do that though? What possible reason? Because that's only going to give you backlash. Because of course he's going to do a video on it. Like if he's doing it to spite the guy, it's gonna make you more worse off than him, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was just so bad.
Did he end up buying a second one online as well?
No, I think he's just resigned to his fate now. I think he might get up and down the line knowing Ryan because he does often buy a fresher copy of some sets. But I think for now he's just going to have that one. But yeah, he's done a video on it and he's shown the world. So yeah, it's just. I can't understand why anyone would think that was okay to do that. Because imagine if it wasn't him, it was someone buying it for a gift, and they'd come all that way, travel miles, from the nearest Lego store they haven't got one in their city, go back home, and they've got this box with a gaping hole in it.
Nope.
It's just
like the guys in the Cardiff store. They're always like helping us look for the nicest box, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, part of that is I think because they know me. I've been going there years, and they know that I'm fussy with boxes. Yes. But even before, I was known there, I know people who I've gone up who are new, who've not known who I am and not talked to me before. And I remember one had the box just a corner was just sort of curved a bit where it'd been bashed a little bit, and I had already said I'm fine with that because it was a set I wasn't that bothered about having a pristine box for. And they said, "Oh, this box is a little bit dinged up. Do you want us to get another one for you?" And I was like, "No, that's fine." But I appreciate that they asked, It just, yeah.
Oh yeah, I found it by the way.
Lego sometimes makes it really hard to be a fan of Lego.
Yeah, they do. The silly little things they do.
I think some people get excited when they get a damaged box. It's like, oh yes, content. I can rant.
I don't know about that. But anyway, here is Firestar Toys customer. I might have to try and... Can you pull focus me on that so we can get a better shot?
I can try to.
Another way.
Oh, wrong way. There you go.
Push, pull.
There you go.
There you go. How's that?
Why is there so much light there?
So that's like the Kylo Ren hair, is it?
I think it is.
I guess so, yeah. I think this was used for one of the Weasley twins in the pre-rebooted Harry Potter.
That would have been my guess as well. But yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
Okay, I'm going to pull focus again.
So the only Weasleys I have are from the CMF series, and they're wearing hats.
Yeah.
What's coming out of the hat does look like that.
We have another person, Lorenzo. Hey, I can't say his last name. Sorry.
Lorenzo Textra. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're
Lorenzo. I can say Lorenzo.
We'll say Lorenzo.
That's a very cool name.
That is a cool name.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
We are building Lego and talking about anything and everything. If you've got something you want us to talk about, pop in the chat. I'm sure we'll find some way of talking about it. What am I missing here?
I don't know.
Anything that pops in my head, I say.
I don't know if you can make that claim. I definitely can. I would say the Sam can, but I don't know. I feel like you sometimes choose your words a bit more carefully.
Or I just don't think a lot.
I was going to say you just did then.
The ones with these that like your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Right, let's have a play with that now. Now that I've fixed my ramp, and I'm happy
You
with
can
it.
ramp now, have you? Starting to get a bit more of the shaping now. Oh, okay. I forget how high I am. I do like having the little TIE fighters in here.
That's so cool.
That's a printed tile.
I was going to say I saw this printed tile here.
It's a printed tile.
A printed tile.
Yeah.
Is it able to shoot yet?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
Do we pull focus back on the ship, or is that okay?
It's focus.
No, I do.
I'll put focus on it.
I once asked someone to tell me if my live stream was out of focus. No one told me. What they also didn't tell me was the camera had been frozen like 5 minutes previously.
Yeah.
There was just like no movement. They're like, "Are you doing anything?" Oh, sugar. Is that when you knocked it over?
Yeah. It's okay. I'll touch it.
Wait, but that dented metal. How are the figures over? Are they okay?
I think it's
Did you check all the prints on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so by the way, earlier on, I had the fan behind me when I was working at this very desk. And the missus came over and gave me a hug. And one of us knocked the fan. And I went, oh shit. And I tried to get it. Mrs. Kragle thought that we had just tapped it. And she repeated back to me, oh shit. But then carried on hugging me whilst I was trying to reach for the fan that fell right into my Mandalorian minifigure display. We've now seen that the fan is actually dented, which is made of metal. So I'm worried now because she said the figures were okay. I'm beginning to think they might not be.
I'm checking it now.
What's more durable, Lego or metal? What do you reckon?
At the moment, I'm going to say Lego because it's fine.
Metal?
Oh, I'm worried now.
Lego is fine.
Lego is fine.
Yeah, no damage at all. So what the heck did it hit?
Oh, Mrs. Kragle says Lego is fine, no damage at all. The frame's damaged then?
No, they're fine.
Oh, I don't know then. It looks like it hit the brick part of the brick display. I don't know.
It survived.
I'm surprised though that these sets now, this new wave of Lego Star Wars, which has a lot of focus on season 2 of The Mandalorian. This has been out now since Sunday, and so far I haven't had any comments on my every Mandalorian minifigure video I own. Because at the start of the year I did a video called Every Mandalorian or Lego Star Wars The Mandalorian minifigure I own, which I just basically did my collection of all Lego Star Wars figures of characters in The Mandalorian, including some custom ones. And I'm just waiting now to have some people go, oh, you forgot this figure from a set that came out after the video was published.
Yeah.
Because I get loads of those. The amount of comments I get on stuff, and it's like, oh, you forgot this. It's like, that came out 2 years after this video was published, sir.
The worst thing is you put a pinned comment to preempt people from doing that, and they still do it.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
hey, some the Lightning Marvel fans here.
Hey, I haven't seen some Lightning Marvel fan for a while. I think last time I saw them was on the Daily Bugle live streams. That was a fun time.
Liam goes, Mrs. Kragle, no minifig dead.
No minifig dead, I hope not.
Yeah, they're all fine.
She probably is just lying to me so I won't get mad on stream.
In all fairness, the ones that it looks like all the Mandalorians, the Dark Trooper, and a Stormtrooper got knocked off.
Right.
They're all fine. There's not even a hint of damage to the bricks for the actual
A Dark
stand.
Trooper?
Not Dark Trooper.
Oh, Death Trooper.
Death Trooper.
Yeah. Yeah, the Death Troopers are different to Dark Troopers.
Oh yeah, and Luke's saber flew off, but it's fine.
Hey, Brixel Pixel is here.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. And we've just reached the hour mark.
Ooh.
Hey! We should have a party.
Are we going to finish this tonight?
I don't know. How many bags we got left to do?
4 bags.
What do you reckon, fellas? You reckon we can finish this tonight?
Yes.
If you stop chatting, maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not doing much chatting because you're too busy playing with your big round thing.
Yeah, well, no one else is going to play with my big round thing, so...
Well, you better get a move on because I'm wrapping up another project, so I need to move on to the next one.
Yeah, well, funny enough, I am actually looking at another thing right now.
Are you? Oh, the other one.
Yes, the other one.
Bless you.
Although it'll probably result in me deleting the file this time, rather than deleting all the steps.
You're not going to start again from scratch again.
Well, considering I've got nothing on there at the moment, then yeah.
Wow. Okay then. It's like, I don't know, the collabs seem to be like buses. You wait for ages for one, and then about 4 of them come along at once.
Why is Discord beeping?
I don't know. Is that your Discord?
Yeah, it's not yours.
Oh, I've had a message from someone.
Ooh! Sam's got a girlfriend. Sam's got a girlfriend.
Oh, you wish.
Well, I wish you had a girlfriend.
Oh, no, you wish that was what the message was.
Okay. Oh, are you two conspiring against me again?
No.
Because last time you were private DMing you did that whole video about me as Quagmire.
That
Like,
was
oh, hey,
great.
Craggle, I need a picture of you so I can use it in my instructions of my mock to say thank you for all the help you give me. Oh, that's nice. Sure, Sam, here you go. All of a sudden, who else but Quagmire?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, a program that'll strip vocals from instrumental.
Say what? You cut out a bit there, mate.
Oh, I found a program that'll strip the vocals from instrumentals, so I need to record your voice saying giggity, giggity, giggity goo.
How much are you going to pay me?
As much as you're going to pay me.
Okay.
How many stickers when you put them?
I think there's like 4 stickers on that one assembly.
Yeah.
But yeah, here is the Fennec one. That is her sniper rifle.
Isn't that a lightsaber?
It's literally a long blaster with a lightsaber piece on the end. But I have seen that be used for sniper rifles before. But then Cara June, who has that like the drum magazine machine gun type blaster that jams, has the exact same build. It's so disappointing.
A sniper rifle and a machine gun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Bravo, Lego.
I was also trying to figure out, because I remember when I saw the episodes, because she says something about the gun jamming, and she calls it a gun. And I was like, is that the first time in Star Wars that a blaster's actually been referred to as a gun? And apparently it's not, but I think it was the first time in live action. I think it's in one of the Clone Wars episodes, or Rebels, that someone calls a blaster a gun.
Okay. So if we're going into this conversation, I was just thinking last weekend, when they start using Alpha and Omega in Star Wars, does that mean Greek civilization existed in the Star Wars universe as well?
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
And then I think it was during Last Jedi, I heard someone give a bearing or navigation directions by saying, go 45 degrees this way. And I'm like, whoa, degrees?
Yeah.
In Star Wars?
There was a few things in Last Jedi which felt a bit more Earth-like. I mean, the whole Canto Blight just felt like it was something out of the Hunger Games rather than out of Star Wars, you know?
What's the most profitable business in the galaxy? War.
It was just the whole casino aspect with like slot machines and stuff like that. It just didn't feel like Star Wars. Like when they showed the gambling bar in Attack of the Clones, that felt like Star Wars. This, honestly, I felt like they had just took the set and costumes from the Hunger Games movies when the scenes in the Capitol and just use them in Star Wars. It didn't feel like Star Wars at all. Whoa, 5 stickers.
Yeah. Maybe your menu.
Thank you very much.
The good news is we have 6 stickers.
Okay.
Yeah, come with the booty. Oh no.
Yeah, they probably could have printed those pieces in all fairness, but
Yeah. So the annoying 1x1 sticker that was in the back
Oh,
special.
yeah. I hate 1x1 stickers. What is that?
Hi, and welcome back to
Wait, what?
You're an evil man. What are you two plotting? What are you doing?
He's clearly trying to get a snapshot of your voice, isn't he?
I don't know. Wait a sec. Is it with that message? Was he trying to get you to get me to say something?
Yes.
You're making an assumption that the message was from him.
It 100% was.
Well, how do you know it wasn't from Lady Sam B? Because we can't WhatsApp at the moment.
Because I'm messaging Lady Sam B right now, and she says it wasn't her.
That's
and by
not
the way,
true.
Lady Sam B, if you're listening, thank you for those pictures.
Oh no.
Your new bathroom tiles look lovely.
She doesn't have new bathroom tiles. I have new bathroom tiles.
Oh, she must be the hotel then.
Well, she's gone to the wrong country if she's in Wales. I'll tell you that. Got lost along the way.
Oh, I guess I can say why I'm sorting my Lego.
Why?
Our lug bulk order should be coming next week.
Okay.
So I need to make room for all the new pieces that are going to be joining the library.
Library.
Oh, I like this.
Did I miss something on this? No, I don't think I did. There was 2 of those on there, wasn't there? Yeah. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. There you go. I haven't got to that bit yet.
I like this 5 bag.
Oh, Mrs Kragle lied to us.
They be 5 bags though. Because there's 2 bag 6s. Yeah. But better not to get a sticker on that piece. Because normally whenever I see that piece, there's always a freaking sticker on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so time for bag 6. Pew, 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 pew.
Stop peeing in here.
Pew.
Pew, pew.
I'm pewing. I like the pew. Do you like the pew? What about you, Sam? Do you pew?
I do not pew.
You don't pew.
I pow.
You pow. Right in the kisser.
Oh, I knew you'd get there.
Oh dear, Mrs. Kragle is dying off camera. Oh, can I trouble you for
Well, your best saver.
You have
fine.
Pepsi Max?
Yes, please.
Okay, not gonna.
Isn't it funny how early astronauts threatened their wives with domestic abuse in order to travel to the moon?
What? I missed that.
Never mind.
What? No, what did you say?
No, I said early astronauts would threaten their wives with domestic abuse to travel to the moon. You said pow right in the kisser, straight to the moon.
Oh, I mean, I was doing Family Guy.
Yes, which is referencing the honeymooners.
Oh, okay. I don't know the show. I just know the Family Guy.
Oh, okay. Which was also referenced on Futurama.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry, it was kind of a.
I'm aware of the show, The Honeymooners. I know that it's now looked back on with like, how in the heck was this deemed appropriate?
Yeah. Well, that's 1950s.
I don't like it. It looks rubbish.
What looks rubbish?
everything.
Why are you being so pessimistic? That's my job. Hey, Darth Kajira's here.
Hello.
Christopher Mustafa. Hello.
The thing is, I have to be critical because if you look at this, you're just going to tell me your honest truth. And considering how brutally you put me down sometimes in the Discord,
I did not.
it's like I've got to make this.
Oh, he does that to you? I get that daily too on Discord.
What? You're making me out to be a bully.
It's like, oh, what you did's not good enough. Here's how you should have done it.
What? When have I ever done that?
It happens every day.
What? This is what happens when space-time comes on here. Sam turned into a different person. Yesterday, he was telling everyone how much he loved me and how I was a nice person and that he enjoyed meeting me and that I was a good friend. Space-time comes on and it's like, oh yeah, he's such a bully. You're two-faced, that's what you are, Sam. I make one little joke about your wife sending me naked pictures and this is what happens.
Nobody's left.
Yeah. He's actually left. The thing is, it could be him doing a temper tantrum, or it could just be that his internet's gone.
Well, he's on public Wi-Fi, isn't he?
He's on public Wi-Fi, yeah.
We got a Marie Maroy? I can't pronounce her name, sorry.
Marie married?
Buffering?
I don't know. Is it buffering?
I don't know.
That's not very nice, Liam.
Crap. That's not very nice.
Wow. I don't think he's coming back.
I think he's disappeared. Maybe it is his net. Dodgy public Wi-Fi.
Where is he?
Come back.
Mine.
Come back.
Thank you for bidding on me.
Whoops.
What? Oh.
Okay, you
Trying to mime to Mrs. Kragle is really hard work because she just does not get mime.
Oh, I get you. I know you right now.
Yeah, was it that difficult?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
You smell.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You got a nose, haven't you?
Wrong one. Oh, there you go.
You got a nose. You must smell. Smell.
Smell.
I know, the drama. It's all kicking off now, isn't it? And once again, what's the common denominator? Space-Time Brick Studio. He's come to cause chaos.
What's he say?
I'm an agent.
Oh, apparently Sam has just messaged me and says that his internet is failing, so it is the internet.
Oh, it won't load.
How convenient.
Yeah, I can send you a screenshot of the message if you want. See the trouble you cause? Well, if you weren't so good looking, I wouldn't have you on these streams.
Aww.
He's back.
He's back!
Is he?
He's here in spirit. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I give up. All I wanted to do was have a nice stream with my friends and build some Lego. Was that too much to ask for?
Apparently.
And you can't find a piece, can
I
you?
can't find a piece for you.
What are you looking
I'm going to
for?
find it. It's okay.
You
My
find
God.
it.
I'm a big grown man. I can tie my own shoelaces and everything.
Sure.
No. I use Velcro.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of back.
Sam, if you can hear us, tap once for yes, 2 for no. Santa Flare. Was that actually a tapping noise then?
Space time.
You're a bad man, Space Time.
Well, he obviously can't hear us, or he can't respond to us.
Oh dear. Hey, how's that piece gone? I saw it a second ago. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's gone again.
Oh, it's gone again.
Dodgy internet. When did he get in that?
I think he said Friday. Don't quote me on that though.
Okay, Kragle says Friday. Quote him.
What?
Friday?
Friday? Oh, fail.
We still got 2 more days. Wow, 1 and a bit.
So, space time.
Yo.
Regarding our collaboration, are you planning on having your video ready to go live the same time as I put the one on my channel up?
Depends on when you're putting it up.
Well, how long do you reckon it will take you to do your one?
I have no idea because I never did anything like this before.
I mean, all I've really got to do now is record the voiceover because I've written the script, and then just put that down. I might put a few stock images in there as well. But most of it is done now.
And I saw you sent feedback on the first image I sent you last night, but not the second one? Or is that for both of them?
Let me have a
Ooh.
look. Is it this one?
The packaging thing?
Yeah.
I only got one picture for that.
Oh, I was referring to the render before that as well. I thought you were responding to the first render.
Oh no,
the thing,
Yeah, what
other than. Oh wait, yeah, the size. I forgot.
Yeah.
So I saw on yours you have some bleed room. Do you have a file that has bleed room, or do I need to make some bleed?
I think my one's got some bleed room on there.
Okay, because I literally just sized the package to like the image file I got. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I did it so it's just to make designs so you can add like the base color top and bottom if needed to.
Okay.
Oh, is he back? Hello.
Hello.
Ah, you're back.
Yay.
You died, but you got better.
But other than that, did you like what it looked like?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Because I actually did that in Adobe Dimension.
I
So it's like a really watered down version of Blender.
Oh, okay. Especially I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of new.
Interesting. Yeah, no, it looked good. I think there was a couple of alterations to some of the other renders that we mentioned before that I don't think have been updated yet. But other than that, I think the content otherwise is good to go.
Okay. Because I know the one we talked about, I forgot to update you. I can't morph that one piece the way I did the other one because it'll just misshapen it.
Okay, that's cool. That's no worries.
I love how cryptic I'm being.
I think I got what you're about. This is like so bizarre that's not watching this. We're trying to keep a secret so it's a bit of a surprise when we actually do it, but at the same time, we haven't had much of a chance to catch up, have we? So,
But to be honest, I think I can probably film my video too, of like when we decide everything's done.
okay, cool. I definitely feel like we're right at the end now. Anyway.
Yeah, and I'm still working on a title for the video. I think it's going to be something along the lines of not a tutorial.
As what?
Not a.
Well, not a tutorial. Sorry.
Yeah, because I don't want to come off as this is the definitive way you should do something. Because this is me.
Oh, as people jump on you.
Making stuff work.
It's funny when I've done mocks. Like I've shared my mock because I'm proud of my creation and I want to share it. And if it inspires people to have a go themselves, that's great. But one thing I've had a lot of requests of in the past is people are saying like, "Where's the instructions? Where's the part list?" And I try to explain that there is no part list, there is no instructions. It's just something I've put together through mostly trial and error. And some people can get really upset about that. Like, they feel like I've misled them, and I don't know how, because I've never given the promise of, hey, if you watch this video or message me, I will give you step-by-step instructions and the parts as to how to make something
Right.
fine.
Because I don't want to help people. I don't have the time to do it. And plus, we've used like 5 or 6 different programs.
Yeah.
And some of them have a high barrier of entry in just because we're working professionals. So.
Hey, we got Nick and Lisa in the chat.
Hey.
There you go.
So is Sam actually back?
Huh?
Is Sam actually back?
He was. He's gone quiet again now.
He's got very terrible speed stuff from what he's sent a screenshot of.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to ask, because at the moment when I do record the voiceover, the current script says that you're going to be putting a sort of behind the scenes video up, and basically check it out, and I'll put a link in the description. So I can do either say that there's going to be a video coming soon on your channel, or I can say there's one up and here's the link to it. It's whatever you want me to do, really.
Okay.
There you go. We apologize for being so cryptic. Trying to have a private conversation almost on a public live stream.
Like the thing I just finished last night is so small, but it's like it just speaks for the project, because it was something that could totally have been left out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, so, I was so happy. I was over the moon to see it this morning. I was like, oh. So are you happy with the little tweaks I made just for the?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with it. This is me replicating should be instead of Legofying it, with existing known pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I'm probably not wording it very well. Is that your one was probably better than what Lego would do?
And the base color actually was a Lego color.
Really?
Yeah, it was nougat, light nougat.
Oh, okay.
And I just almost said something, but okay.
Who said something?
No, I almost said something I shouldn't have, but I caught myself.
Oh, okay, I know.
Sam's put an update in the chat. Said, apologies, everyone. My borrowed internet has stopped working. Now stood in the window to type these messages. Oh my god.
Oh my word. Hurry up and get proper internet, you heathen. What are you, a caveman? Oh, blimey. Yeah, why is Liam suddenly calling me Cut the Crappy? I don't get it.
You put up earlier, so did you like my funny meme joke?
I don't get it.
Because we were having drama.
I don't know.
So cut the crap. I
don't get it. Anyway, enough cryptic talk. Let's actually talk about something that the audience can follow.
Sure.
If you've got any topics you'd like us to talk about, put them in the chat. We'll do our best to talk about them.
Sam says it's arriving Friday. A man has to come and put the cables in.
It's arriving. The internet is arriving. All I can think of then is the It Crowd when they have that box and they say, "This is the internet," and they convince the girl that is the internet.
Oh, he's gonna get a whole 67 megabytes per second.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say how much we get.
No, don't. He'll get jealous.
Yeah, especially when it comes to autumn.
What?
Oh, Liam says sorry.
Oh, that's okay. All right. I just thought I was being insulted there. I get enough of that of space time and Sam. Well, Sam's nice to me when we're alone. He just bullies me in front of his friends.
So, how am I going to put this Droideka on my minifig wall?
Ooh. What version of Droideka is it?
From the gunship 2002.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'm going to see if I have a 1x2 handle piece. Because then one of the legs is just like a droid clip. Yes.
I don't think they've, if memory serves, and I'm probably remembering this one wrong, I don't think they've ever fully achieved a really good Lego design for a Droideka, have they?
I think this is the only one I've seen up close.
Okay.
And I believe if you ask M&R, he'll say that the first one is probably the best one.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of memory-wise. I think, but I don't think that was like particularly, an amazing thing. I think it's just.
Yeah, it's just a
It's the best. It's the best of a bad batch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you see what I did there?
I see what
Right,
you did.
Star Wars references.
I was making an internet joke.
Why?
But it has no wires. It's wireless.
It has no wires.
I know exactly what it means though. Leon says, I said that because you were being mean to Space Time and Sam Jones.
Oh, okay.
And Sander Lightning Marvel fan says, I'm playing Lego Star Wars trying to get the last freaking mini kit in the Darth Maul level.
Oh, okay. You're playing the Lego Star Wars 1? Because Lego Star Wars 1 was the prequels.
Yeah.
And then they did Lego Star Wars 2, which is the original trilogy.
Which is the
And then they
one
did the complete saga.
we got the complete saga from...
You got that on
the
Xbox
free-
Arcade,
yeah.
yeah.
I cancelled the pre-order for Legos.
The Skywalker saga, yeah.
So that's never going to come out. He's being pushed back.
Yeah.
I wanted my blue milk.
The worst thing is they delayed it indefinitely, which means pretty much forever. So I was like, well, it was cancelled then. And then a month later, they gave a date, which then they promptly then said, oh, actually, it's not going to come out on that date. So
What's the date? What date did they give?
I think it was November this year.
I think it was November, yeah. That's November.
But within like a couple of weeks or a month, they kind of just went, actually, no, forget we said that.
Yeah, Lego's going to lose me to Halo. So,
I mean, I just want the figure. That's it.
But the figure doesn't even seem to reference the game. It seems to be referenced to Star Wars Holiday Special, which was last year.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, we're losing space time now, are we? No, they're all dropping like flies.
Wait.
You back?
I didn't think I ever left.
Oh.
Sander Lightning Marvel fan says I'm playing the complete saga.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Looks like basically has 1 and 2 together.
Yeah.
I've played Lego Star Wars 1 on the PS2. Same with... Oh, wait a sec. No, I think I played the original trilogy. No, I played the original trilogy on PS2 as well. The complete saga on the 360. And Lego Star Wars 3, which is based on the Clone Wars on the 360. And I think you played The Force Awakens.
Yes, we got Force Awakens.
Man, I didn't really like that one either. I thought that was pretty naff. The
Maybe
Clone
that's
Wars
like
one was
Finland.
good. It was interesting. They tried to do something different with it by adding like almost like a Command and Conquer type style gameplay.
I like Jurassic World in those ones.
Well, Lego Jurassic World is fantastic.
Yep.
Although my favorite part is playing Lego Jurassic Park.
Sam Jones says maybe the blue milk should be an emoji.
Blue milk
And then he
emoji.
also says, join Cut the Kragle membership today and help us get a new emoji.
You should be my head of marketing.
You should. Liam asks you, do you like Lego Star Wars Skywalker have voices? Looking so
Oh, about the new game having voices.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. I mean, because Lego Star Wars, the video game, the first one was the first Lego video game by TT, and that I feel like is like really responsible for a lot of what we associate with being the Lego brand of humor. And of course, it was all kind of done like with just noises and grunts and like pictures and visual comedy. And they changed that. I think the first game they changed it was Lego Batman 2. And that actually worked because they had a lot of the voice actors from... no, it was Troy Baker in that one.
Troy Baker, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, they had different voice actors from different video games. They did have Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor from the cartoon. And the very next game then was Lego Lord of the Rings, which they used sound bites from the movies. And that worked. But I honestly, when I saw the first trailer or teaser trailer for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, and it looked like it was going to go back to being silent characters, I was really excited. And then I think that backfired because everyone was like, "Oh yes, they've gone back to silent humor," and then it was like, "Oh no, that was just for the trailer." So I don't know.
Yeah, and just don't ever play like a Hobbit.
I don't think the games that have had voices in it have been bad, but I definitely feel like there's room to go back to having silent characters in there in Lego games.
Just DC villains, super villains. That was.
Yeah, that's voices. They all have. I don't think they've necessarily been bad because of it. I just feel like they shot themselves in the foot because when they did the trailer, it insinuated that they were going back to that old format, which a lot of people, including myself, have nostalgia for. And it could have been like, a unique selling point, but instead it was like, oh yeah, we just did that for a trailer, not representative of the game.
No.
I mean, for one, the trailer came out and the game didn't.
Yeah, that's why I can't cancel my pre-order.
What about you, Space Stam? Do you prefer Lego games, the characters having voices or not?
I think I want voices.
Yeah. I have a theory. The reason why they included voices in the Lego games to begin with was to get people ready to get people used to having Lego minifigures talking, ready for the Lego movie, the first one. Because it happened, I think, about the year before, or like 8, 9, 10 months before. So for me, I do think that there was some sort of like marketing strategy with, hey, people are used to Lego minifigures in cutscenes and stuff, just making grunts and noises. Let's have them start making, having voices in the video games. And then when the movie comes out and they're all talking, it won't be so jarring,
Yeah.
Oh, do I?
What's your favourite musical movie? I quite like Mamma Mia, even though I'm a boy. Does Night Before Christmas count? Or
I mean, I said I cringe about the whole musical thing because there's plenty of musical films that I like. They may not be traditional musicals, but Night Before Christmas is a classic film. A lot of Disney movies, particularly the animated Renaissance movies, are musicals. That one's going for some reason.
Liam's gotta go. He's gonna go swimming, and if the stream's still on, I will come back.
Cool, enjoy swimming. Blues Brothers.
Oh yes,
It's probably my favourite musical. I can't get that all the way in.
That's what she said.
Wow.
It's gonna go in.
Speaking of Mamma Mia, Pierce Brosnan was in Boise last week.
Oh really?
Yeah, filming something. I don't know what.
Is it Black Adam? Because he's in Black Adam. I think he's playing Dr. Fate.
Oh, maybe. I didn't get any reports or see anything about a film crew anywhere, so I'm not exactly sure why he was here.
I know Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he's finished his scenes, but I think they still had a couple of weeks to go in terms of film production. But Pierce Brosnan, I believe, is playing playing Dr. Fate in Black Adam.
It's getting stuck right here.
Yeah, I know. I don't get it. Yeah.
But they're resort town here in Idaho that Hollywood celebs always come up to.
Oh, so do you know if he was actually there filming or if he was just
I thought the article said he was working on a project while he was here.
No, maybe he's finished Black Adam and he's doing something else, maybe.
Yeah.
There is a pin stopping it.
Really?
I couldn't help. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. You're fine.
I was going to say, I couldn't help to think of that line from Skyfall when he goes back to the family home and says that some gun nut in Idaho purchased all the guns in an auction.
From what? What's that from?
Skyfall.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's that.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, James Bond.
But that's supposed to be there.
How's it supposed to go?
See? That is supposed to be there. Huh.
But that's the one thing that's stopping him. It can't go any further because that piece is there.
So... I used the wrong one. I used the wrong one.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. There's a shorter one. Didn't realize that.
Okay. Let me put that back on.
It was too long. It's too big. It won't fit.
Make it fit.
There we go.
Is that down properly? No, it's not. No, it is. There you go. Give you your ship back.
Thank you all.
Oh,
Did you see they're re-releasing the Fiat 500 in a different color?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that like going to be widespread, or is it just a like a limited run? Or
I have no idea.
have you had an email about the VIP program, by the way?
I get emails from them, but I usually end up deleting them.
I have been selected. I don't know how exclusive this is, to be part of a new trial for Lego VIP, where they give us free, like, they says sets, but I think they're like packs. Like
the VIP packs, or
yeah. But the thing is, they've given me 2 codes to use, and they say I'll get 2 codes every 2 months. But to use them, you have to use them on the website when placing an order. You can only use 1 code per order. So they expect you to basically make an order every month. And if I want to get something shipped, I have to pay at least £50 worth of Lego to get free shipping.
And then they'll ship them straight away.
And then it takes ages to ship, you know. I just feel like now that things are starting to open up and I can get to the Lego store, I'm probably going to be ordering less on there. I don't know. First of all, I was like, oh, that's really cool that I've been selected for this. And like I can see what, you know, get a sneak peek and be part of the trial to see if they're going to do this in the future. But as I was reading it, it just seems incredibly lame. It's basically just like when you redeem your points for stuff on VIP, you know, rather than money off, where you have to, you know, attach them to an existing order, and you can only do 1 per order, which I know Jabbo of Brickside just thinks is ridiculous, and so do I, to be honest with you. But I was just like, okay, so they're going to give us 2 codes every 2 months, and you can only use 1 per order. Just... There's no, don't get me wrong, there's a load of new Lego out that, you know, I still haven't got yet, and there's also stuff coming out on the 1st of September, but I don't know if this is enough to stop me from just going and picking up in store, you know?
Yeah.
I
just wondered, sorry, the reason I brought that was I wondered if that was linked to it, if these, you know, recolors of the Fiat, and I think there's another set that's going to be a recolor. I think it's the 3-in-1 Dragon or 3-in-1 Alligator or something. Dragon. They're going to do a recolor of that one. Are they actually going to be like, you know, mass release sets, or are they going to be linked into this VIP exclusive trial or something?
Yeah, because it's the Fiat Punter, the blue one, that's the box.
Right, does it look like a mass produced set, or?
Let me find it. We got 2 new people in the chat. We have
What we got in the chat?
Zach Kamen and Ollie's Bricks.
Hello, welcome.
Wow, there you go. Okay.
Thank you for joining us. It's great to have you here. I just broke my set. Why is that difficult? Why is that not going on properly?
Yeah, that's like a... That actually looks...
That looks fake.
I originally thought it was a fake, and then they took it back down and then put it back up again. So...
Why does that not seem like that is right? I get. It seems like that one is... Why is that one so higher?
What? I need to...
Oh, they're doing a Mario coin now.
Oh.
Have you seen that? They're doing a Lego Mario coin.
A gold and a silver one. The
Oh.
Lego brand stores. How do you get them? I need them.
Why? Why do you need them?
Because it's Mario.
So? Why?
But
why?
I'm not so sure about that. Like, it just looks like they just recolored it. Because that's the original Lego creator.
Oh man, this is annoying me. I don't know. Do you have any more information, Space Time?
On the Fiat, I was just looking promo bricks, so there's no official word yet.
I think they're definitely happening, from what I gather. I just don't know if they're going to be like just like a mass release.
I think it will be. Yeah.
I know when they did the Mini Cooper, a lot of people were disappointed by the choice of color. Like, the green is iconic, but I think a lot of people wanted like something more like a red Mini Cooper or something, you know?
Yeah, a little sportier.
Well, yeah, and I guess also the Italian job as well. And just generally, I think in the UK at least, when you think of Mini Coopers, you think of them being red, don't you? A lot of them are. I think that was the most popular color. I think
Color
green,
comes to my head is blue, but yeah.
but I think it was to do with like the racing one.
Seth asks, would you rather fight 10 ducks the size of horses or 10 horses the size of ducks?
10 horses the size of ducks. I mean, anything 10 of that's the size of a horse is going to be hard work.
Yeah, giant duck.
I ducks only because I would attempt to like gain their trust and train them so they can be my army.
It doesn't say it. It doesn't say you gain their trust. It says you have to fight them.
Oh, but
You're changing the rules now. Mind you, there are birds that are the size of horses. I mean, emus are pretty friggin' big.
Yeah, they are.
I remember pulled over in a lay-by in Australia. We didn't even realise that we weren't that far from the nearest town. We were driving for ages down this dirt track road in Western Australia, trying to get to Monkey Maya. And we were actually like only about 10-15 minutes away, but we were like, okay, we have to stop for the night because the boat was tired. So we pulled over, like, I say a lay-by, basically at the side of the road. It wasn't actually a lay-by, but it was like a clearing. And as I was going to sleep, I swore I saw people running around the car, and I was like, what the heck? What is this? But eventually I fell asleep. The next day I woke up, and the car was surrounded by emus. Massive, tall, like 8 feet tall birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of scary.
That sounds scary. Wake up and see the car.
But can you imagine the fried chicken? The size of a stick.
I'll be right back. I need to take a call.
No worries. It's probably Sam.
Hello.
Seth goes, yes, there's no peace, only bloody hate-fueled war. Chickens flying everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, that bit was just proven difficult for some reason.
Was it the anti one?
Yeah, I just wouldn't go in.
Hmm.
I don't. Do we want to mute Space Time? Because I think he forgot to mute himself.
I'll mute him. There you go.
Yeah.
He's muted.
Yeah, the either or questions can go down a slippery slope. There's one question that I've asked people that people took a. Well, I think in America they take a lot more offense to it than they do in UK. In UK, people just laugh.
Or the.
Or I don't know. Ask the chat. So I asked the question. I know I have quite a big American audience, so I don't want to offend people, but I've noticed those who have been offended by it have tended to be Americans, whilst those who've laughed have been British. So interpret that as you will. But let me know in the chat if I should ask this question.
Sam says, I came back to the conversation at the wrong point. I swear I just heard you say that you were wrestling emus.
It could have been. No, and luckily, as soon as I started the car and babbed the horn, they all disliked it. But yeah, the terrifying faces on them as well. Just, yeah, it didn't look good. That bit seems to be too high, that one, that edge. I think that... Oh, man. I don't know, that one just seems... Like it's sloping up a little bit, see?
Let me have a look. Ooh, what's it over here?
Maybe I'm just imagining it. Oh, look.
Oh, shit. Oops. All right.
See what I mean? Over here.
That's fine.
Just see how it's like. Is that
Oh, actually, no, that
yeah,
bit.
it is. Yeah, it's sloping up slightly. And no matter how many times I press it down, I know you get a little bit of variance with the bricks, but that seems a bit too much to me.
Well, that's popped off for one.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, so I said people and Sam both say ask the question. Okay.
Ask it.
Well, we currently got only 8 viewers, so we're probably going to have even less. So the question is, would you rather eat poo-flavored chocolate or chocolate-flavored poo?
I thought it was ice cream.
Well, it was chocolate. It was like, yeah, it used to be poo-flavored ice cream, or it was a chocolate ice cream flavored poo, but it was chocolate ice cream, so I just changed it to chocolate to be easier because people are getting confused.
Oh, that one's too far.
So yeah, would you rather eat chocolate flavored poo or poo flavored chocolate? You confused me now.
Sorry. Maybe.
Chocolate flavored poo or poo flavored chocolate. How many times can I say that before this stream gets demonetized?
Yeah, another 10 times. So it's like, ask, I want to be offended.
Hey!
How is that? Generally.
It's not just me, is it?
No, I
It's-
think it's the movement in the bricks because I just kind of push it down slightly.
Yeah, that's a little better. But
How
yeah.
many cups are there?
How many cups are there? I don't know. Just in general, I guess.
Well, Seth goes, why would that be offensive? I eat poo for breakfast.
I don't know. People I've asked that to, like, who've been American, have taken a lot of offense to it. Like, oh, what the hell? Like, why would you say that? Whereas British people have just laughed and gone, oh, that's a tough one. Because on the one hand, you're eating poo, but it just tastes like chocolate, so it tastes fine. But you're eating poo.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, you're eating chocolate, but it tastes disgusting. So it is quite a conundrum.
But so how does one get offended by that? Clearly, poo flavored chocolate, at least it would be kind of edible.
Well, yeah, it would be chocolate. So what is going inside your body is just chocolate.
I mean,
But you're going to have taste poo. So would you rather that, or would you rather eat poo, but it tastes fine and you won't know the difference?
But what does poo taste like?
I don't know. I can't imagine it would taste very nice,
yeah,
judging
yeah.
by the smell.
So anyway, my phone call, it was a wrong number.
Oh, I muted it anyway because we could hear part of it, so I was like, okay, I'll mute it.
Well, thank you. It
You're
said it was
welcome.
from Georgia, and I thought it was Kevin Feige returning my call about directing the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd be perfect for that because they're like the crappiest superheroes Marvel have.
Yeah, so it's like anything I do is going to be better.
Yeah. That's okay. So Sam has said that he wants to go with poo flavored chocolate, whereas Seth has gone the other way and wants chocolate flavored poo.
It's a bit descriptive there.
In fact, he says that he could have it with nuts and corn. What is this live stream come to?
But it's not goes within days and that what dark chocolate tastes like.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of dark chocolate.
Do you don't have Snickers bars in America, do you?
They have.
Yeah, we do.
Is this Snickers?
Is it the same as our Snickers bars though?
Oh, it's Milky Way.
I didn't have a Snickers bar in the UK.
Oh, because you have a Milky Way, but your Milky Way is literally a completely different thing by a different company.
It's by Mars or something, right?
But yeah, Snickers over here is by Mars,
Mhm.
and it has peanuts in it.
Yep.
And
Like
it's
some kind of soft fudge or something.
yeah,
Like,
well,
nougat.
like a nougat type thing. Yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, have you seen Caddyshack?
yeah,
Well, there's a Snicker bar in the pool in that movie.
yeah. But you can't really see what it's like inside. But yeah, but Snickers bars, I always think that after you eat them, your breath smells like dog food.
Is it a combination
Huh.
of the caramel and the nuts?
Yeah, I presume so. I don't know. It's weird.
There you go. So there's peanuts, caramel, nougat, milk chocolate. So they are quite similar to Snickers. Probably just different type of chocolate because Britain, America.
Yeah.
We have Cadbury's.
I know. Did you see I sent a care package to Greg and his family?
I did. And I was very jealous.
Well, that's what happens when you're nice to me.
I know. I guess so. I mean, I got to be on my best behavior because I do want my Iron Man. I mean, my War Machine figure that comes out in the magazine.
Yeah, I'll definitely get you one of those if you want one still.
Oh, I definitely do because I lost I lost out on the helicarrier here. I never found it on clearance.
Cool. Okay. Definitely. I wasn't sure if you were joking or not, but yeah, I'll get you one. I think it's gone to like every 2 months
Yeah,
now.
I checked this morning when I went to the house, but there was none.
Because
Yeah.
it's been 2 months since, between the last few issues, and it doesn't have a date in the back now. It just says coming soon.
They got the newest Star Wars one out, which came with the Sith Trooper and the Mandalorian.
Yeah, well, they were both figures already had though.
Yeah, that's the only new magazine I saw when I went over today.
Mhm. But no, I'll definitely pick that up for you.
Yeah, remember to pick up 2.
You got 2!
Ow.
That'd be
Get
much
the
appreciated.
mailman! That reference was from Jingle All the Way, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
Lovely film. Also, Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd, so it links back to Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was intentional.
Damn you, Howard.
That was really on point. That was a good impression.
I repeated that so much as a kid, and I got in so much trouble.
The thing is, though, I remember someone saying, like, oh, how the film was, like, really, like, unbelievable. That toy would go, like, cause that much trouble. And I was like, do they forget, like, what it was like? I mean, I don't know.
Getting a Furby.
Well, I was thinking about the Buzz Lightyear, because I think that's what inspired me.
Yeah.
Because I remember, because my birthday's in what you would call the fall, and I got Buzz Lightyear for my birthday, and I was chuffed because I had it, but all my friends could get Buzz for Christmas, because when Christmas came around, they were so scarce. It was like gold dust. And there were people literally queuing up overnight at shops in the hopes that they were getting a fresh delivery of Buzz Lightyear toys, you know? And there were, like, I remember seeing news footage of people getting into fistfights over these Buzz Lightyears. It's crazy. I mean, don't forget, we're the country when KFC ran out of chicken, people started calling the police. You know?
It's true.
And what's his face from Saturday Night Live? Phil Hartman. Balthazar.
Balthazar. He's dead now, isn't he?
Yeah, his wife killed him.
Serious?
Yeah, in the like mid to late 90s. It was like not too long after that film, his wife killed him.
I knew he was dead. I didn't realize his wife killed him. Wow.
Is it
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like him and Chris Farley, it was like around close to the same time, I thought.
Wow. See, I don't really know him from that film. I'm trying to think of something else he was in. That.
There's another small movie I like that he was in, Sergeant Bilko with Steve Martin.
Oh, I didn't like that. I used to like the original black and white TV series, but which was also the inspiration for Top Cat. Top Cat was basically like a children's version of.
I remember watching Top Cat.
Sounds very cool.
There was another movie. Just going back to saying things I shouldn't as a kid. From Hook, when Robin Williams first sees Tinkerbell, he says something like "damn," and I repeated that, and I got in so much trouble from my dad for saying.
You got in
damn.
trouble for saying "damn."
Yeah.
Mate, I got in trouble in school because I watched Die Hard with my father, and I went around the playground pretending to shoot the other kid, shouting "Yippee-ki-yay, mother effer."
Yeah. I mean, I lived in a very conservative Christian household, so.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I know. Do you know the original Planet of the Apes film with Charlton Heston?
Yeah.
Back then, like, you know, religion was still quite, you know, a dominant force, even in censorship. That when he says, "Oh, you know, God damn you all to hell,"
Yeah.
Charlton Heston had to defend that to the censors by saying that he meant it literally, and he wasn't actually, you know, swearing or whatever, and that he was actually asking God to damn the people who have blown up the humanity, you know, to hell.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Why is that the one way round as well?
I don't know.
That should be the back. Not Greeblin.
Is that because it's on the other way around? Or...
No, yeah, they probably got moved the wrong way round, I think. So that should be on
I
back
just
there.
looked at the piece and just...
Yeah, good round. Wow, yeah. You have to change that round. It's probably when you try fixing it.
Probably. Seth has a request. He says that he wants you to send him an autographed square of toilet paper and a piece of your beard, please.
What? Who said that?
Seth.
I'll tell you what. If you join the Kraggles Club for 3 months, I will do that for you.
Is that a request?
A piece of my beard and a sheet of toilet paper. Do you reckon I should add that as a perk on my memberships? After 3 months of Kraggles Club, I will send you a piece of my beard and a square of toilet paper with my signature on it. Wow.
I kind of want to talk about Jingle All the Way more.
Oh, Sam found the mini kit. Well done. They were trying to find a mini kit on the Darth Maul level.
It's not going in right. I need to take that out.
Oh, what have you done? You've broken it. You can fix it. I believe you. Oh, yeah. So what about Jingle All the Way? What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. It just seems like a good film to talk about.
Stop popping off.
It's one of those films that people, I don't know, it's almost cool to slag off now, but it doesn't pretend to be anything other than what it is. And I do enjoy watching it, around Christmas time. It's just fun.
There are sick people in this world. Sick.
Apart from Good Burger, has Sinbad made any other movies?
Wasn't there that movie where everybody thought he played a genie, but it was actually Shaquille O'Neal?
I've heard about the meme, yeah. He wasn't actually in a film. It was like one of those false memories.
They're like, yeah, it was called Shazam. No, you're thinking of Kazam from with Shaq. Oh, man.
Because I think is he a stand-up comedian, or he was a stand-up
Yeah, that was his main shtick.
But I meant, obviously, he's the teacher in Good Burger.
Yeah.
Which is another guilty pleasure of mine.
I just saw that for the first time this year.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it. I just love that Abe Vigoda's just on for the ride.
It's just a great, like, again, it doesn't take itself too seriously, doesn't care kind of film. And when I first saw it, I was a kid. I used to love Kenan and Kel, watching that, the show when I was a kid. So.
Yeah.
Some delighted Marvel fan disagrees with you there.
What?
He said Good Burger is a movie I never want to watch again.
Oh, what?
Dang, it's a good film.
He's a dude. She's a dude. Because we're all dudes. Say, I'm a dude. She's a dude. He's a dude. Also, do you know that actually Hawkeye's wife is in that film?
Linda Cardinelli.
Yeah.
I didn't know Hawkeye had a wife.
You've seen the Age of Ultron, right?
Yeah, I'm joking.
And she also played the live-action Velma.
Yes, which I've got live action DVDs on.
But yeah, she's like in the insane asylum that they get locked up in. She falls in love with I've forgotten the names now.
Oh yeah.
What are the actual names? Because they're not playing Kenan and Kel in the film.
Let's have a look, shall we? Good
Oh,
Burger.
what are they? It's Ed. Yeah, she falls in love with Ed. There's Ed Source. And what's the other guy called?
Ed and Dexter.
Dexter. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, because Ed Source is what he comes up with.
Linda Cardinelli's Heather, an insane girl confined in demented hills who has a crush on Ed.
She says, "Do small space aliens enter your head and tell you to free all the animals from the zoo?"
Oh, Sinbad was also in First Kid.
What's that?
That was a movie about the kid of the president.
Sounds amazing.
Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco. And,
I mean, I have watched Homeward Bound 2.
Yeah, he
Back
probably
when I was a
voices a dog or something.
Well, Michael J. Fox voices one of the dogs.
And well, I meant one of like the many dogs they meet in that movie, like one of the side dogs. And then after Good Burger, 2 films in 2000, 3 in 2002, took a break, did one in 2007, 2008, and then in 2013 he was in Pixar's Planes. And that's it.
Why are we going through the filmography of Sinbad?
Because you asked what movies he was in.
I know, but it was like a rhetorical question.
I was genuinely curious.
Seth Bland actually saw Good Burger in theaters. That's
Wow.
awesome. Hey, Jack. Jack's here as well. And also, hey, Brixine. Hello. Welcome. I just love how this stream has fallen so far that we're on to Sinbad's
That's a new one.
filmography.
So, there's actually a Good Burger restaurant here in Boise. I don't know if it's like a national chain or anything. But
is it actually like linked to the movie, or
the font looks very similar. I don't know if it's similar enough to be not associated with.
Is it like in the original Coming to America when he has like the knockoff McDonald's?
Probably.
Have you seen the second Coming to America at all?
I haven't.
No, me neither. I don't really want to.
Why ruin a good thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, just the premise just seems to go against the first movie, because the premise is that he has a long lost son because before he fell in love, with the love interest in the first movie, he slept with some random New Yorker who was played by Leslie Jones, I think, from the 2016 Ghostbusters, and had a son. And it's like, well, all the way through the first movie, like, he's saying that he wants to find, a proper wife, someone who could be his friend, match his intellect and have conversations with. And he's not, and he gets offered basically one night stands. He turns them down. So to say that he had one off screen just makes no sense.
Yeah.
It just doesn't go with the whole thing of the first film. I don't know. It felt like it was trying to cash in on past glories when I saw it, the trailer for it.
Brixie says, I kind of want to see the second Coming to America, but you're right, you don't want to ruin the first one.
Yeah. The first one's fantastic.
It's like when they brought out freaking Independence Day 2.
Yeah.
Why?
Is it Lorenzo, I've forgotten his last name, who plays Eddie Murphy's best friend, or is like, is like aide, or I can't remember his last name, but he's the voice of Winston Zedmore in Real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Interesting.
I'm going to find out who that is.
I think it's Lorenzo Hall.
You mean Arsenio Hall?
Arsenio Hall. Yeah, sorry, yeah. No, I'm literally getting mixed up. Arsenio Hall, Lorenzo Music was Pete Venkman. That was it. There you go.
Sam says, I think you should head over to Space Time and give us a review and report. The burger place.
Oh, the burger place. Okay. I don't think Space Time likes burgers.
I do.
I thought you were
There's no
vegan.
cheese.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, lactose intolerant. That's it.
Yeah.
Same difference.
No cheese.
I know.
Should have seen the pizza earlier.
I know. How can he be a friend of Kraggles if he doesn't like cheese?
I do like cheese. I just can't eat it.
Okay, then. You found the loophole.
When I order pizza, I order without cheese.
Do they give you grief about that, or they just go fine?
Well, Papa John's is pretty good about it. It's a part of their ordering mechanism, so
That's all right.
there must be other people.
Yeah, I remember when I used to work in a supermarket years ago when I was a teenager, and I used to work on a pizza counter. That's one of the other jobs I did in there. And we used to make pizzas, like, we basically chose like a base, we put the sauce and then put cheese and the toppings on there, and then wrap it up, and then you take it away and cook it at home.
Yeah.
And I remember someone used to come who they were lactose intolerant, and they were also gluten intolerant, and they would come and bring their own base, and we would put tomato puree on there and toppings, and then no cheese, and they would pay for that, and it would be literally the same thing, like the same, because we had no code for it. It was the same cost as a full pizza, but literally all we were giving them was tomato puree and toppings. And I said to the guy, I said, why don't you just get your own tomato puree off the shelf and just get some toppings and do it yourself at home? And he went, why? Do you not want my custom? I was like, no, I don't mean that. I just mean like, it feels like we're kind, you're kind of getting a bum deal here. And he was like, well, if you don't want me to come, I won't come here again. And then he never did. So I just cost the supermarket customer. Yeah. And he took offense. I think he thought like I didn't want to see him or something. And I was like, no, I just felt like
He's spamming keys like
oh my god.
So there's this local sandwich shop that I ordered a cheesesteak, but without cheese.
How is that even a cheesesteak?
Well, because the meat is so good. But
I don't know, because I've only had one cheesesteak, and that was when I was in New York, and that was one of the few foods in New York that I didn't like. It was the Philly cheesesteak. I just found it was just grease.
yeah, they made it wrong.
I had the chicken cheesesteak because I don't like steak.
But anyway, several times I'm explicit and say no cheese, and I end up having to go back because they put cheese on it.
Oh.
So now when I order, I'm like, and I'm not trying to be rude, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I cannot eat cheese. Please do not put cheese on it.
Just very quickly, I don't know if you can see, but in the chat, Sam Jones is spamming the cheese life emoji. And also Jack says, sorry, Spacetime, I cannot be a fan of you for having pizza without cheese.
Well, I like to be able to breathe and not have my throat swollen.
Joe, it's not to the same extent as yours, because mine wasn't allergies. I just really don't like barbecue sauce. I find barbecue sauce overpowers everything. And there was this restaurant that we used to like going to that did like a gourmet burger, and it was a beautiful burger. It was like one beef patty, as you say, one chicken, one bacon, cheese, and onion rings in like this crusty, floury bun that was toasted on one side, and used to have skin on fries. And all of a sudden, one time they changed it, and it came with barbecue sauce. So I asked, "Can I have that with no barbecue sauce?" "Yeah, fine," and he said. Comes up, it's got barbecue sauce, sends it back. 45 minutes later, still haven't had my burger back. Mrs. Kragle was already eating her food. Like, she was going to wait, and I was like, no, you might as well eat your stuff, go cold. So I complained, and they said, oh, really sorry, it's a bit late now, I understand you don't want to wait now. We'll refund you, and also, you can have a free meal next time you come here. Goes there then about, a fortnight later, orders the same thing and says, like, please can I not have barbecue sauce? I really can't stand it. Like, I find the smell overpowering as well. They messed it last time. Barbecue sauce on there. Food comes out, lo and behold, barbecue sauce on there. So I complained and I asked for a refund, and they were like, "Oh, we wouldn't give a refund again." I was like, "Why not?" Like, "Oh, should a refund last time?" I was like, "Yeah, but I messed it up again." Like, it's not a case of me constantly asking for refunds; it's a case of you constantly messing up my order. So after a bit of back and forth, they eventually refunded it, and I decided I wasn't going to give them a third chance. I didn't go back there. About 3 months later, we were looking for somewhere to eat, and we were in town, and we decided, hey, let's give it another chance. Yes, they messed up twice, but that was 3 months ago. We had lots of good experiences there. We, had fond memories of going to this place. Let's go there again and give them another shot. I went there, placed the order, and I said, please, 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 do not put barbecue sauce on there. I love the food. We have lots of fond memories of this restaurant. But last 2 times I come here, you've messed up and you've put barbecue sauce all over it, and it's ruined the whole thing. Please don't do it. The guy was like, absolutely won't. I'll make sure that instead I'll go and tell the chef myself. Food comes, and the guy who I placed her with comes up, and he's all cocky. And he's like, I think you'll find this is correct. Before he even puts the thing down on the table, I can smell it coming off it. I lift the bun off it, and it's just drenched in barbecue sauce. This guy goes white as a sheet, and I'm like, do you know what? Just get your manager now. Like, manager came, I tore a strip off him. I demanded like a full refund, and I told him I would not be going here again. And I said that if anyone ever mentions this place in conversation, I'll tell them what crappy service I've had.
And since then, we've never been to that place again.
It's just like, how do you mess that up? Do you know what I mean?
It's literally in the
and it was like a gourmet, like, they were making the burgers fresh,
Yeah.
It was just all, they're pre-done or whatever.
It's just the line cook or whatever is just on default. It's like, oh, this is how you make the cowboy burger or whatever.
Yeah. But it was when the guy came over carrying the plates, and he was so cocky. He was like, oh, I think you'll find this is in order.
Yeah.
I was like, you can smell it. Like, it was so overpowering.
And barbecue sauce had a distinctive smell, and it was definitely barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's weird because barbecue sauce is what people always overuse. Like, it should be glistened, like, just a nice, nothing about lathering is the wrong word, just a slight coat, not over everything,
Yeah, that's the thing. Because people overuse it, when you have barbecue sauce, that's literally all you taste is the barbecue sauce, and that's why I don't like it.
Dipping sauce, basically.
Yeah. There's a few things in the chat. I can see Sam is kicking off about you not having cheese. Although he does say you make a valid point about breathing. Liam was back from swimming. Hope the swim went well. And Jack wants to know, Space Time, what are your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
Oh, I love it.
Oh dear. We cannot be friends.
I like pineapple on pizza.
Oh,
I love all kinds of vegetables and some fruits on my pizza.
Oh man. Do I knock that, do I?
Almost.
I can't stand pineapple on pizza. But Jack does agree with me. He says barbecue sauce is gross. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I did try it when
I
we
agree
were back in the office.
And I think it's a little bit different for me, at least where I live in the U.S. There's so many different kinds of barbecue sauce, so it's hard to
Yeah.
And plus I've been to like Kansas City, Huntsville, where it's just like different flavors of this is what barbecue means in this part of the country, and it's like
It feels like in some ways like barbecue sauce in America is almost like a mini religion almost.
it definitely is, yeah.
It's like, you know, let's say you don't like barbecue sauce in America, I imagine it would get a lot more of a negative reaction than it would perhaps in the UK, because in the UK we only kind of really have like the one kind of barbecue sauce, and the only variation is whether it's
and it's probably what A1 steak sauce basically, or
yeah
that brand or whatever.
Why is that not working?
The one kind of sauce I really like here, they make a lot of marinades too. It's Stubbs.
Okay.
So I recommend that one.
Why is that not?
And, just go for the ones that aren't like sweet and loaded with sugar.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Some of the smokier ones. Because that's the other thing. Like so many products in the U.S. are just filled to the brim with sugar, and it's like, you don't like that. You like sugar.
What?
No, I think we're going okay. That bit was just a bit difficult. It's an interesting build technique where you're angling using these technique pieces that kind of offset.
Mm.
It's really quite interesting. But it's definitely starting to look more the part now.
It is. Don't worry, Liam. We won't have it at you for not liking pizza. You said you didn't eat pizza, so it's fine. Jack says, "Okay, Space Fan, I'm a fan again."
Yeah, I should point out, like, you know, my personality is I often go, oh my god, how can you like that? But I am tolerant of other people's opinions. It's just, you know, me being like my personality to be, I guess, a bit so
He's not gonna
loud.
unfriend you because you
But
like.
yeah, it's just banter. You know, it's I'm not gonna go around and go, oh right, I'm blocking you from my channel because you like barbecue sauce and pizza.
The collaboration is over.
What, you want me to block people from my channel for liking barbecue sauce? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying our collaboration's over because I can't handle the difference of opinion.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Sam goes friggin' pineapple. Space Time, I thought you were better than that.
Why? Have you not learned that like space time's main function in this life is to disappoint me in Sam Jones? Mostly with the films that he's not seen.
Yeah, it's like a 3PO. I guess this is my suffering is my lot in life, but it's disappointing people.
How is that meant to actually go in there, by the way?
I don't know.
That's weird because it's like, I'll show you now. This is a really weird thing. So I don't know how well you can be able to make it on camera, but this is meant to go on there, but it's actually meant to go underneath this Technic like T-piece. Now it will go down once it's in there.
You gotta maneuver it.
But how would it get past the studs to get to that point? Or does it have that gap like that? I don't know. That's weird. Have a quick look. See what you think. Has anyone actually built this set? Who's in the chat?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like that.
Have a quick look. The Lego Panda guy says, I'm about to start building Ninjago City Gardens after I finish the Hogsmeade set. Oh, I still got my Ninjago City Gardens. I haven't built it yet.
Yeah, it's rubbing my feet.
And Jack says, good point. I've only had cheap barbecue sauce. Sam the Lightning Marvel fan says, when with my mum, we went to the McDonald's drive-thru, but then we got to get in the food. The checkout was broken and we had to go inside. The queue was out the door, so we went to KFC. Fair play. Yeah, I love KFC. It's not very clear on the manual. To me, it looks like it goes underneath it. Maybe I'm counting that's wrong.
No, it goes in front.
In front, okay.
Yeah.
And Liam says, no, I'm not going to get this one. What do you reckon? Does it stand to look like a Imperial butt plug yet?
Yeah.
Have you watched my latest haul video yet, Space Time? Of course you haven't.
When was it?
Monday?
I haven't watched YouTube this week, so no.
Wow. I don't think Sam has watched the vlog that he's in yet. So for my Cut the Kraggles Club members, I do a monthly vlog series. And the reason I do it on there is because it's a bit more personal. I share a bit more than perhaps I would in a more public space. And in the latest vlog that I published, I think it was last month, because I'm due to publish a new one, I actually met Sam Jones in person, in the flesh. And I don't think he's even watched the video yet.
I mean, he was there. He lived it.
He lived it. I don't know if you know if he's still in the chat now. He might like.
I think he's dipping in and out. Depends on see how well the internet's
How well?
going.
Yeah. How much he leans? How far he leans out the window?
If he goes in his Lego room, he has no signal.
Yeah, he tried showing me his Lego room on a video
It's
call
dead.
earlier, and it just cut out. I see you yesterday. Okay.
Oh,
I
I
do.
forgot to eat lunch.
Are you heading out?
Yeah, I need to go to work, but I also realized I never ate lunch. So I need to do that too. And my stomach's letting me know.
Jack, no, it's not really called that. It looks like it, but it's not called that.
Called the Imperial butt plug.
It's the Imperial light cruiser.
I mean, Lego keeps changing names of these classic ships.
Yeah,
Starship, Moff Gideon's butt plug.
yeah. I do think it won't be long before they change the name of the Death Star.
Probably.
It has
Sam's back.
definite, you know.
Sam's back.
Oh, Sam's back.
I just remember getting a strange man approach me and asking to buy his drinks.
Yeah.
That's because I had his card.
Yeah. That was fun.
No, Jack is not from Star Wars Rebels. It is from The Mandalorian. Well, is it really?
I'm trying to think. I don't think this. I think this actually did first appear in Star Wars Rebels. I think the Mandalorian.
No, that was the transporter. The transport from
I thought the light cruiser actually appeared in Rebels.
Okay,
Not this particular one, not Moff Gideon's one, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're probably right.
And this was like the first live action appearance of it.
Star Wars Rebels was appearances apparently.
Yeah.
It's funny. In both series, the ship was CGI, but we still call it a live action appearance.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Lion King, isn't it? They called that the live action Lion King, even though it was all CG. Not a single frame of that is actually live action.
Well, the backgrounds aren't they?
No, well, everything is completely CG.
Really? I thought they actually went on location and filmed like some backgrounds.
No, they took reference images, but no, it was all done.
Wow, that's like George Lucas' dream level of filmmaking.
Yeah.
Well, this is incomplete.
Just let your computers do it. You know.
I don't care about the stinky eye level. Have you heard about you've seen the clip, but then about like how the eye line doesn't line up? He's like, I don't care about the stinky eye line.
Yeah.
I mean, I love George Lucas creating Star Wars, but some of the stuff was like, oh dear.
Yeah, it first appeared in Star Wars Rebels.
I thought I did.
But this list does not even mention Mandalorian. This list is incomplete.
I know someone called this a Venator, and I was like, it's not a Venator.
No.
That's
this is
Clone
a
Wars.
Venator.
So the Venator showed up in Bad Batch the other week, and the internet freaked out. I was like, that's the Venator.
Have you been watching the Bad Batch then?
I have. I like it. It's my kind of storytelling. There's just a couple lines where I'm like, that Omega says, I'm like, okay, they're writing for a 6-year-old. But
Yeah, I mean, we're not up to date on there because we come into it quite late.
You just got the
Rescue on Ryloth.
that's on the Ryloth episode.
Okay.
I don't dislike it. It's not doing much for me. It definitely feels like it's done for a younger audience. And I'm still struggling to see what the point in the story is. Like, you know, Clone Wars had a point. Rebels, I think, sometimes struggled for a point. It was definitely at the start. It was just because Disney wanted the show,
And at the end, it definitely.
Yeah.
near the end, it definitely had a lot more tied into the lore and stuff, and it got a lot better. But this one,
I think it's the main focus is going to be like how they're transitioning from a clone army to enlisted and what's the fate of the general.
Yeah, I get that. You know, I feel like that was quite unsubtly done within the first couple of episodes with that one admiral. But I'd also like Omega. I don't like how the character is right now, and I know like people will go, "Oh, what about Ahsoka?" Because Ahsoka was crap to begin with, and it's like, yeah, but I still maintain that I don't think their plan was to make Ahsoka crap so that you liked her later on. I think they just
They did a bad job, yeah.
They had a bad job to begin with, and it got better. You know?
Yeah, definitely. The point of her character, I'm okay with. There's just some of the dialogue written and delivery that rubs me the wrong way.
Well, I also feel like her very existence makes Boba a bit less special, but also it throws up so many potential plot holes, particularly like with her age and like where was she during like Attack of the Clones and stuff like that. You know, was Django aware of her and stuff like that? I mean, I get the whole thing of. So I said to someone before, like, how could she be an altered clone if she's female? And, you know, you get the whole thing where you can have, like, you know, twins that one's male and one's female. Fair enough. But how does she have a complete different kind of hair? You know, a different skin tone.
Yeah.
If she's unaltered, you know? I know it's probably nitpicking for a while. You know, it is essentially a cartoon show, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't dislike it. I don't think it's a badly made show, and it's perfectly, I guess, entertaining to an extent. It just hasn't grabbed me yet, and maybe that will change because certainly Rebels it changed. By the end of Rebels, I was definitely into it.
Yeah,
I still think it was partially overhyped by other people who were like, "Oh, after series 2, you'll be hooked to every episode." I wasn't that hooked, but I was definitely into it.
Wait, what was Mandalorian?
Yeah, and I mean, I like it because it's not a big epic show.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not, like I said, it's just not grabbing me.
I think it's good for what it is.
Yeah, I would say that. I definitely I like the one thing I do like. I like the relationship between Hunter and Omega. Like I know she's called them all her brothers, but I like how he in particular has a more paternal relationship with her. Yeah,
but it's funny that you say that I like that relationship, but it's like for some reason I really like Wrecker and Omega.
Well, yeah, because he's classic like the big brother type thing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Those two.
No, that one definitely I like in terms of fun, but I like the depths that we're seeing with Hunter, which I would have guessed they'd gone that way with his character when I saw like the initial Bad Batch arc on Clone Wars season 7. So that was like a nice surprise. One thing I tell you what I don't like so far is how they keep on shoehorning characters in. Like it made sense for Rex because of the whole thing with the chips, and they had this previous relationship with Rex anyway. But like the whole thing with Caleb, I just with who becomes Kanan in Rebels, I thought that was just like, oh my god, really? And then I guess the Ryloth thing with Hera makes sense because it fills in a little bit of blank from Rebels, but it's like when the first series, and already they've met like half the cast from the previous 2 CG cartoon shows,
Yeah, and that's a complaint with like Disney Star Wars is this galaxy feels so small.
Yeah, definitely.
Liam makes a valid point though. Captain Rex has blonde hair, so does Omega.
Yeah, but Captain Rex is an altered clone.
Yes, he's
Omega.
not
That's what I'm saying.
she's
Because in Clone Wars they introduced the idea that different batches of clones have slight genetic variations. Not one batch is made exactly the same, which is cool. Although it doesn't really line up with what we saw in the tour of Kamino that Obi-Wan's given in Attack of the Clones, when they all look identical.
Yeah.
But I can look past that. But if Omega is a purely unaltered clone, just like Boba, I can kind of get past the whole fact of being a different gender, because you can get twins that are different genders. But why is her hair color a different color? Why has she got a different skin tone?
So also keep in mind, we're also comparing real world science and genetics to a fantasy world where cloning the science behind it can be totally nonsense.
Well, yeah, but you can say that, and that makes sense. But at the same time, they're saying that she's literally exactly the same as Jango Fett genetically. That's not the science. That's just telling us something.
Right. I'm just saying that the genetics of Star Wars don't match ours.
Okay.
It's like obviously yes, there's a chromosome difference, and it's like it can't be an identical clone. Yeah. But whatever Star Wars logic, Now I know I'm just making excuses, but yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I can kind of skip that little bit of logic with her being the whole idea of twins. But as you said, with twins that are different genders, they're not genetically identical because of the chromosome difference. But
yeah, they're essentially just brother and sister siblings.
Yeah, who shared a womb basically. But I can kind of go, okay, well, if I was a kid, I probably wouldn't know that much about twins, so I can pass that. I don't know. It just. Even that is a stretch for me, but it's something. I guess it comes down to personal preference. How far are you willing to let your suspension of disbelief go?
Right.
And then that also you have the idea of I often use a term, a show or a movie's internal logic. I often will get on board with something that doesn't make sense necessarily in our world if it sticks to the franchise's own internal logic, as long as that's consistent. And I just feel with this that isn't consistent,
Right. And it's I've always considered Star Wars to be more fantasy than science fiction anyway.
Yeah.
Because in a past life I was an electrical engineer that did communication work. So anytime I see communication systems in Star Wars, it's it's pure fantasy, because it's they're they're tracking someone's systems away, and it's okay, right.
Yeah, one thing I still don't get is how the fobs work in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, that bothered me a lot.
Yeah, I just don't get that at all. Just quickly looking at the chat, because I know we have been talking a lot. Liam says he loves the Bad Batch. That's cool. And that he's saying that's the Bad Batch at all. You said that's a great set.
It is a really good set. I was quite impressed with it.
Let's have a look. Jack, is it just not more Clone Wars? No, not really.
No.
They did the whole thing of they had the logo of the Clone Wars burn away to reveal Bad Batch. And I guess it's closer to the Clone Wars than Rebels was, but it's not like Clone Wars was. You don't have the narrator at the start. Well, you do the first episode, but you don't have that recap. It's not, jumping around and looking at different people during the same war. I mean, it's not even set technically during a war.
No,
it's just after the rise of the Empire and before the Galactic Civil War really kicks into gear.
Yeah.
And you get to see some pretty cool transitions, basically contracts between the Republic and the Camino are no longer legit, and the Empire is dealing with us now. So it's kind of cool to see the bureaucracy of how the shifting from the Republic to the war machine of the Empire.
Yeah, I feel like I just felt that it was within the first episode or even two. I think it was the first episode. That straight away you have the idea of hey, we're not going to be using clones anymore. We're going to be using conscriptions, and I just feel like that was a bit sudden. They could have developed that. I know it hasn't gone that way yet. The One Admiral's still trying to win over his case, but I just feel like that idea could have been introduced a bit more gradually and a bit more subtly.
Yeah.
The one thing I did like actually recently as a new character was And again, I'm not up to date. We've just watched the people on Ryloth, Rescuing Ryloth episode. But I liked Captain Hauser. Thought he was an interesting character.
The teal.
Like the teal-coloured clone trooper. He has teal on his armor. I think he's an armor.
Yeah, it looks like an arc trooper.
But I liked I was always interested because from what we've seen, Order 66 didn't just turn the clones against the Jedi. It kind of changed a bit of their personality a little bit, you know? Obviously, with Crosshair, they took that to the extreme because they kept on, like, you know, amplifying the effects. But, you know, in previous episodes, you know, we've seen the clones sort of, like, celebrating, like, you know, death to Jedi and stuff like that, and being more rigid in terms of good soldiers follow orders. It was interesting to see that his personality felt more like, you know, a clone trooper pre-Order 66. And I don't know if that's because he's an ARC trooper, because we know that, you know, the original ARC troopers were bred or developed to be a bit more independent and be closer to Jango Fett than the average clone. Obviously, there were some clone troopers that worked their way up through promotion because they showed initiative, like Echo, yeah. But I do want. I do wonder. I don't know if we do or not. But I would like to see more of that character because I thought he was quite interesting, and his armor looked cool.
His armor did look cool. Speaking of actually the rescue on Ryloth, Lego Panda guy said, I like the Bad Batch, but I hate the one episode with Hera where the Bad Batch show up for like 5 minutes. I mean, the first episode, because it's basically 2-parter.
Yeah, they're barely in that one, yeah.
Barely in that, literally just dropping off.
Yeah, I also... Who's the voice of Hera in that? Because the voice of Hera really bugged me. Like, when Caleb was in the very first episode, it sounded like they got Freddie Prinze Jr. to record the voice and then just use, like, some audio distortion to try and make him sound younger. That took me out. But then with Hera, it sounded like it was just someone else doing a voice, and it just gave her a weird accent, which I don't remember Hera having in there.
Apparently, it was actually the same one from Rebels.
Was it really?
Yeah, Vanessa Marshall.
Unless they did something with her voice as well, and that resulted in that weird, like, tone to it.
Yeah.
This is our kid filter. We're using it on everyone.
I mean, what they did it with friggin' Beauty and the Beast with Emma Watson, didn't they, for her singing, the auto-tune.
Ugh.
But, yeah, I don't know, I just, like, Caleb's voice really irritated me in the first episode. Like, that whole sequence was good, but it bugged me that it was Caleb. And, it felt a bit derivative of...
I will say, the only reason I'll say it won't bother me that it was Kanan, is because I think the numbers for Jedi who survived the Purge is getting a little bit ridiculous.
Right.
So I'm glad it was a Jedi that we already knew that survived the Purge.
Yeah. But then why did one have to survive? Why necessarily did they have the Padawan have to survive? Why couldn't it be a case of, like, Hunter and Crosshair were trying to, like, hunt him down. Hunter wanted to save him, and Crosshair kills him.
Yeah, I will admit that would be better. Yeah,
and that would have set up, like, holy crap, things have changed, you know? But no, I get your point, though, about using an existing character makes sense, because otherwise it's yet another Jedi who survived Order 66. No, I 100% agree with you there. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing I don't like is I know that they kind of established that his master was around during Revenge of the Sith. Is it Ali Gallia?
Yeah,
no, not Ali Gallia. No, I forgot her name. She was. I forgot his name. No, it's not Ali Gallia at all. No, it's
because they actually set that up in season 7 of the Clone Wars, where you just see Kanan there. Just
Depa Billaba. Now, the thing I have a problem with that is that Depa Billaba was put into a coma by Mace Windu during the Clone Wars in a book called Shatterpoint, which I know is the old EU, is pre-Disney Star Wars, but it's a phenomenal book. And it's a really good book that gets into the psychology of war. And in that, Mace Windu has to basically hunt down his former Padawan and Jedi Council member, Depa Billaba, who has gone mad, basically. She's lost herself to the dark side, but not like gone evil, just literally lost her mind on this planet while she was doing a campaign in the Clone Wars. And I was okay with her. I wasn't okay, but I kind of was resigned to the fact that, yeah, she was she was alive and well and acting as a general during Revenge of the Sith after watching Clone Wars Season 7 and seeing her there in a hologram with Caleb. Until I learned that actually Shatterpoint is still considered canon and is referenced in stuff. But how they get around that is saying that she went into a coma and then came out of it and straight away was put back on the council and became a Jedi Master. And she was again, and basically Caleb was an apprentice, and apparently he was an apprentice before this. So I don't know what he was doing in between and why he wasn't with her. But the other thing is, if she was on the council still, why wasn't she in the council meetings that we see Revenge of the Sith? It just like
you want the short answer or the long
well, the chaos was that when George Lucas was in charge of Star Wars, she was basically taken out in between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. For some reason, Disney decided to bring her back, and now it's like a continuity hole.
Well, yeah, because Disney's like, oh, that's a cool looking Jedi.
I mean, she's there in the briefings, so she's got access to a hologram in Clone Wars season 7, but for some reason they couldn't have her in the Clone Wars, like in the Jedi meetings in the actual film. I mean, Kiadi Mundy's there as a hologram, so I don't know. It just, yeah. I'm asking for continuity when there is none.
Jack says he thought the Bad Batch was just a side story set around the Clone Wars, not after. Yeah, it's after.
No, it's after the Clone Wars.
Yeah, it's quite good because, like I said, it's not telling the story of the Clone Wars. It's saying what happens after and the changes. And I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, like I said, it's good for what it is, but I do have issues with it.
It's Disney continuity. So.
I definitely say give it a go.
Yeah.
It's still got Dave Filoni, though I feel like his input on this is not as much as he was with like Clone Wars. I will
say, if you were someone who was complaining about filler episodes of The Mandalorian, you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of kids online complaining about The Mandalorian being too slow, and it's like, quiet. This is for the adults.
There is one episode that really is like, oh, for freak's sake.
Yeah.
From the Clone Wars.
There is a lot of almost the Princesses in Another Castle type episodes, if you will.
Maybe it's just because our generation grew up with that.
Yeah.
He says,
I keep thinking back to this. Like, episodes or seasons of new TV shows are like 8 or 12 episodes. And it's like, Star Trek Next Generation, it's like 26 hour-long episodes per season.
I know. I don't know what it is nowadays. In the UK, I think it was just down to money, money concerns and stuff, and budgets, and people not wanting to take that much of a risk. But TV shows, on average, about 13 episodes in the UK. But in America, most seasons used to be at least 22 or 24 episodes. I know a lot of them used to have like. For the first season, they'd commission like one half of a series, and then they would commission the second half, depending on how well it would do. But it does feel like a lot of series now are getting shorter. And the only thing I thought that it might be contributing to that is how previously we talked about like it used to be with TV that you sort of like you did your time on TV, for actors particularly, and then you sort of got promoted up to movies and you never went back to TV. Whereas nowadays we have a lot of actors doing both movies and TV, even directors, behind writers and stuff are working on TV projects and they're working on movie projects. I mean, it was a massive big deal when Quentin Tarantino directed 2 episodes of CSI, like a big film director directing 2 episodes of a TV program. It was like, what? It was unheard of. Nowadays, people go back and forth, Matthew McConaughey famously won an Oscar, and I think was it a BAFTA? No, Emmy. Sorry, I think it was in the same year for a film role and then for a TV role. And I wonder if that's part of the reason why series are shorter, because talent, can't commit to such a long run for just a TV show when they got films to do as well. Maybe
And they're also using their budget more on talent and the special effects.
Yeah, because that was always the thing.
Yeah,
Special
like-
effects on TV were never as good as they were in films, were they? You know?
Yeah. And now it's like the Mandalorian's like, that could have been like an epic blockbuster.
Well, yeah, the Mandalorian paved the way for stuff to be used in films. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's just how
Yeah,
money.
there's definitely been a higher quality of TV, I think, in terms of production values, and I remember watching something before. Oh, what was it? I think it was 24, and I remember the action sequence in it, and like it was so unheard of because when you watched an action sequence in a TV show, it was always kind of like almost I guess like a fan film, in compared to like a Hollywood movie action sequence. And then with 24, they had this full gunfight and car chase, and I was like, what the hell? This is a TV show, not a movie. And I feel like it's just kept going from there, which is great for TV. We get, I guess, higher quality, and the price tag for that is lower quantity.
Yep.
There you go. What's happening in the chat? Let's see. Liam says, I'm the only 11-year-old that thinks that Star Wars acts like all the Jedi died, even now, and all the new stuff we get, Jedi are alive, especially with Jedi Fallen Order game, which is a very good game. Yeah, I do feel like too many Jedi survived. But also, I feel like, and I feel like this is not going to happen now because obviously with Disney on Star Wars, but I feel like we never really got much of the Jedi purge. Like the one thing that was always bigged up in the original trilogy was Darth Vader hunting down and killing Jedi. And we got Order 66 where they were killed by clone troopers, but from what we were supposed to know is that there was a period of the Jedi purge where Vader went round and he killed all the remaining Jedi, tracked them down, killed them. Supposedly they did say this is a Disney Star Wars, but it was in one of the expansion books that the castle you see in Rogue One is a place he took Jedi and tortured them, and that's why part of the reason why he's so strong in the dark side is because it was where Jedi were tortured for information. And I would have liked to have seen more of Darth Vader taking down the Jedi Order than just clone troopers,
Maybe that's why he's in the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
All I have to say is Obi-Wan and Vader better not meet up in that show.
I know. When they said it's going to have the biggest rematch of all time, I'm like, well, we already had that in A New Hope.
And that was magnificent.
You don't... It's just going to... If they have Vader and Obi-Wan meet up, it's just going to take away from it, Like, the idea of him saying, a presence I've not felt since is supposed to be since, Mustafar.
Since that time we met up in the desert during your solo show.
Oh.
That's how
I wouldn't mind it if it's like a dream or it's a flashback to the Clone Wars. I think it'd be really cool if they did flashbacks to the Clone Wars and we saw them in their Clone Wars armor, but in live action. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, bring back Tamara Morrison to play like Rex in live action or something,
Ooh, yes, please.
That would be phenomenal. But yeah, I'm really worried they're going to have Obi-Wan fighting Vader in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, and that's just going to crap all over the original trilogy. Because Disney definitely seemed to want to sort of like discredit the original trilogy as much as possible. I mean, at least they did when the sequel trilogy was out. Maybe they've changed tactics now, but...
Well, the next time they update A New Hope, they'll just bring in James Earl Jones, record a line of dialogue, and say, "I haven't felt this. I haven't felt this since the presence of that time we met on Kashyyyk when you were rescuing Chewbacca to get him to Han Solo to make the Kessel Run."
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! It was like I read something in one of the books, and it really annoyed me because it was just like, really, when they were talking about Jyn Erso, and it was set after A New Hope, and someone said like, "Oh, who's Jyn Erso?" and they saw the person who destroyed the Death Star. And they were like, well, that was Luke Skywalker. They were like, Luke Skywalker may have fired the last shot, but Jyn Erso was the one who brought it down. And it's just like, come on. Like, I love Rogue One, and Rogue One, I think, is one of the best things that Disney Star Wars has done because it actually complements the original trilogy, and it makes it, it leads into it. It makes you want to watch A New Hope, and it feels that, and it ties into like the opening crawl, saying literally during the Rebels win their first battle, the plans were stolen, and now they're being pursued by Darth Vader. It all ties in beautifully, and then someone comes along in a Disney book, and they try and make out that like Luke Skywalker has like what he did meant nothing because it was all down to Jyn Erso. It's just really, I don't know. Why is it so hard being a fan of stuff? Lego, Star Wars, they don't make it easy for us, do they?
No, they really should just hire us, put us in charge.
Yeah, they should.
Also, Kevin Feige, if you're listening, please, I want to direct the first successful Fantastic Four movie. Thank you.
Can you imagine? Why would he be doing watching a Cut the Crackle live stream?
I mean, he has to relax sometimes.
Would you consider this relaxing?
Yeah, because he's hearing. He's like, oh wait, he's hearing what the fans want.
Okay.
But yes, Kevin Feige, I'm here for you.
What do you mean? You say you're here for him? Do you mean like in like a moral support kind of way, or you're here for him to like take his life, like Taken or something? You have a particular set of skills. Also,
I'm here for him to hire.
Has anyone noticed there was a coffee cup?
Well, apparently Moff Gideon needs his coffee.
And the briefing room in this. Oh my god.
Kevin C says, very curious why Lego didn't at minimum use Bricklink 37341 recolored in black for the Stark Saber. And it's that Ninjago, is that piece?
Yeah, they could have done anything.
Anything's better than what they did. It's a freaking
black
bar piece.
Yeah.
Leon goes, how old is Obi-Wan in the Kenobi series? I think he should be in his 40s to 50s.
Well, that was the thing, because
I think that's about right.
As great as Hugh McGregor is in the role, they didn't. By the time they got to Revenge of the Sith, he was still probably a bit too young to line up exactly with how old Serrano Guinness is. But all you can say is the Tatooine climate isn't, very forgiving.
And plus, he's revolving around two suns now, so he's aging twice as fast.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that then. But yeah, I think he's about the right age right now. I think that's part of it. I remember him saying, like, about the right age now. As much as I slagged Hayden Christensen off because I didn't pretty much care for his performance as Anakin Skywalker, there were a couple of moments I liked. I am excited to see him get a second shot because I think recently we've seen people get second shots at roles that perhaps they had unfinished business with and they've come through. I mean, one of the things was I don't really follow the Arrowverse TV shows, but Brandon Routh getting a second shot of Soups in the Crisis on Infinite Earths arc was fantastic. I did watch those episodes, and yeah, it was brilliant. Not to say that Brandon Routh was bad in this film. I mean, I still think he did a fantastic job of what he was given. The film was flawed, but he was brilliant. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Hayden getting another shot at the role. I just don't want him to meet up with Obi-Wan.
So I gotta head out. I gotta get food and go to work.
No worries. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging out with us.
Yep. Have a good day, everyone.
At least your internet held up.
Yeah, like some people.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys later.
Laters.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, I think we're going to be wrapping up soon anyway. I don't think we're going to get to... Oh, wow. That is a lot of pieces I have left over.
The studs definitely not. You shouldn't have that many studs left over. The bar piece probably get away with.
Why do I have all these studs left over? What have I done?
I don't know. You missed something. Lego Panda Guy goes, I feel like Disney's just trying to get rid of all the originals by retconning everything to make it 100% theirs. The stuff Disney makes should only accompany the originals, but they just change it.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, when I first saw Rise of Skywalker, I was like, oh, they did the best they could with the hand they were dealt by Last Jedi. But honestly, that doesn't ring 100% true either, because by bringing back Palpatine and then having Rey, carry on the Skywalker name after everyone else dies who's a Skywalker, it undoes George Lucas's legacy. George Lucas left legacy as Anakin finally bringing balance to the Force through the love and faith that his son showed him. And the Skywalkers continued, the idea was that he would eventually train Leia, and that Luke, Yoda says to him, pass on what you have learned. Like, everyone goes about, oh, but Yoda called Luke the Last Jedi. Yeah, but he says, actually, when gone am I, the last of the Jedi will you be, pass on what you've learned. Basically, what he's saying is, it's up to you now. I'm going to be going, so it's up to you to make sure the Jedi live on. And in the EU, the expanding universe, originally that's what he did. He brought in a new generation of Jedi, and they fought new threats, different threats. Whereas the sequel trilogy basically just devolved it all. Like, everything that they accomplish in Return of the Jedi is for nothing. And then the way that they defeat Palpatine makes no sense, because all Rey does is what Mace Windu did in Revenge of the Sith, and it didn't kill him then, so why does it kill him now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're right. It just feels like they're constantly trying to undermine and replace the George Lucas Star Wars, and it doesn't sit well with me. And the stuff that I have liked that they've done is stuff that's complemented it, like I like parts of Rebels, but like the Dave Filoni stuff. The Mandalorian did really well because, it was set in a time period that didn't really affect and didn't undermine. In fact, the bit with Luke Skywalker was just phenomenal. And even Rogue One, like we mentioned before, apart from that bit in that book which just annoyed me, Rogue One slotted in seamlessly to the existing saga story. But there you go. It's hard being a fan of some stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They don't make it easy for us.
No, they don't.
So we've got a few bags left, but we've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll stop building for now, and we'll go into quick fire mode. So if anyone has any final burning questions they want answered, now is the time to ask them. You can see my Imperial butt plug in progress here. So let us know if you do have any questions, anything you want to talk about. Very quickly, we've got about, I would say, 6 or 7 minutes. So I can see Jack says, when will you watch High School Musical? Never.
No. I highly recommend not watching it.
Favorite Jack Black movie? I'm not a massive fan of Jack Black, to be honest with you. There's a few things I liked him in. What?
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, I thought he was great. He was great in that. Yeah. I don't know. I struggle to think of a Jack Black movie I like.
King Kong.
Yeah.
King Kong.
I would say I like movies Jack Black is in. I don't necessarily like Jack Black movies.
Mm.
If that makes sense. Like School of Rock and Shallow Hal, I'm not that fussed on. But there's been films in that I've liked. Like, I like The Cable Guy. He's in that. Yeah, I would probably say it would have to be Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, then.
Mm. Welcome to the Jungle.
Just looking at the messages on Discord being sent from Sam whilst we've been streaming. Oh, dear. His internet did not want to play ball today.
Yep. Have you watched Loki, Carl?
I have watched Loki. I enjoyed it. I do feel like the first 2 episodes could have been 1 episode. The first episode definitely felt like filler, and the last episode was a bit talky. So we really only got about 4 episodes of actual content, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Marvel What If. I think I've enjoyed all the Marvel Disney Plus shows at the moment. I do think WandaVision is my favorite still, though.
Yeah.
Even if, again, the finale was probably the weakest one. I don't think any of them have really stuck the finale. Even the Falcon and the Winter Soldier one felt a bit rushed, but I know they had issues because their production got interrupted by COVID, didn't it? I think.
Yeah.
And they had to do some rewrites as well. Jack says, favorite artist? Do you mean
music or
art
as an artist?
Do you mean like art as in like painting or sculpting or?
Yeah. So
do you mean music?
Quite a broad question, that one.
Could be opened up to interpretation.
I really want to do like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, especially that Winter Soldier is one of my favorite Marvel characters. I like Bucky.
Yeah, I love Bucky. Bucky's awesome.
Something like more fun. I love Sylvie, my dog.
Yeah, Sylvie was really good. Joe, when I first saw her reveal, I was kind of like, I kind of wish they had gone for someone who looked a bit more like a female version of Tom Hiddleston. But I totally get what they didn't now because that would have made it too weird.
Yeah, no,
Plus, also, the actress who played her was fantastic. She was just, she was so good. She made that character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, her mannerisms, like, yeah. I kind of fell in love with her as well. She's just a great character. I don't collect the Marvel Legends figures, but I am tempted to pick up the one of Sylvie and also the one of Captain Carter as well. But yeah, I think. Yeah.
Well, Haley, I don't mind her.
Yeah, Sylvie's accent. Yeah, I love your coach. I love how she starts off doing a posh English accent, kind of like similar to Tom Hiddleston's Loki, and then when she gets cross or a bit excited, it goes into Cockney, like a bit more common. I just love that. I thought that was a good little character trait. And yeah, I ship it.
Jack said anything for the favorite artist.
Anything, okay.
Who?
Oh, that's difficult. It's really a broad question. I don't know. Why I try to stay away from favorite questions because they put you on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, like we've got a lot of artwork.
We've had a few good conversations from favorite questions, but they do kind of put you on the spot. I'll have a think.
Yeah,
I can't answer that right now, though. Sorry.
What is your favorite Harry Potter sets from this wave?
From this wave,
Got the Chamber of Secrets.
Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm going to be filming this for my vlog later on because I'm going to do a little bit of a room tour in part of the vlog because we've done a bit of an updating of this room. And I took down my previous Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts display and I had all the connectable Hogwarts sets, when they first rebooted the Lego Harry Potter theme. And I really liked that display, but I took it down because I knew they kind of rebooted that mini theme, if you will. And I gotta be honest, I don't like this setup as much as the old setup.
No.
It's cool, but it just doesn't have that wow factor for me.
No.
It definitely feels as though it's more angled towards play sets. And I like that they got a modular system, but yeah, that's just my own personal preference. But what did I get? I got the girls' bathroom, a Chamber of Secrets. The Chamber of Secrets is cool. I like how they did the doors of Chamber of Secrets. Flying
lesson thingy one.
Yeah. They've all been good. I don't know if any of them have struck out as in wow, though.
I did like the fluffy build.
I wasn't a fan of that one. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to say. None of them have wowed. I'm disappointed we haven't got a Gringotts Bank, though, to go with the Diagon Alley from last year.
Me too. Even
like, come on. They're taking the mick now.
They are.
Give us our Gringotts.
You've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, wow.
But they... when did they first start?
Oh, was it? I want to say either 99 or 2000.
2000, I think.
I think it was 2000.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Philosopher's Stone. I always say that's how I pronounce it. Oh, yes, that's far.
2001. Okay, yeah.
2001.
I thought it was a bit earlier than that. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Because if I think about it, Chamber of Secrets came out the following year. And that was in cinemas, I think, a little bit. Oh, no, maybe it wasn't the same time, but it was around. I remember seeing it the same year as seeing Attack of the Clones. And that was 2002. So, yeah.
Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter is 20 years old.
Yeah?
Holy cow.
Yeah?
Oh my god. Elliot's born in 2010. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my god. I still remember waiting to see Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was hilarious.
The
I
cliff-
knew kind of what was going to happen. So
There was a cliffhanger ended at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 1, and the cinema went dead quiet, and then all you heard was me go, "Oh, for F's sake."
That's the big surroundings as well.
So I was just like, really? You're going to end it there?
It was so
It was the
funny.
fact we went and saw it with my mate Graham, who I was working with. There was supposed to be a bunch of us from work going, but they all kind of
they
dropped out because
yeah.
we had a shift from hell. But Graham didn't work that day, so we went. I worked, but I was committed because you wanted to go. And the next day, then they were like, "Oh, what do you like?" And Graham goes, "The best part of the entire film was when it ended on a cliffhanger and the screen goes black. There's complete silence as everyone's just like on the edge of their seats, and you just hear me go, "Oh, for F's sake!"
It was
Only I didn't say.
hilarious.
Only I didn't say F.
You said the full word. Oh.
Anyway, we've just gone over the 3-hour mark now, so we're going to call it there. Thank you so much for everyone who's joined us. Thank you all those in the chat. Thank you those who have been with us previously, who are sadly no longer with us. Whenever I say that, I always feel like I'm talking about they've left. They haven't died.
They haven't died.
If you haven't already, please do hit the like button. It's very much appreciated. And also subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. And we will see you next time. Laters.
Bye.